Warning! The following audio may contain coarse language and other material that may not be suitable for a younger audience. Listener discretion is advised. Also, we may spoil everything and anything, so you have been warned. No, that was the introduction. Just to...
Oh, it was?
Well, just for the people that... Okay, for the people that don't know who everybody is, let's just quickly do a round table and everybody do introductions. Not introductions, introductions. And then we'll just go straight into our purpose tonight, which is going through the chart of new shit. So my name...
Summer of 2012.
Yeah, so my name is Tristan, also known as Arkada on the interwebs. I run a site called glassreflection.net, and I review anime with just stuff and things and stuff.
Oh, well, that sounds brilliant, because that's just like that's just like my channel, and my name is Holden from HoldenReviews, and I also review anime on YouTube, so look up for HoldenReviews if you haven't already, and if you haven't already, you're already missing out, so you might as well look it up now. So who does that leave?
I'm that guy who is not Yahtzee, because I'm British and I speak fast,
fuck,
and I'm
he's
not
not
Yahtzee.
Oh.
And I'm Gigguk from the anime zone.
Okay, we got Gigguk, and then who's our final person here?
She obviously doesn't know.
Nope.
I'm Jeanne. I have my own YouTube channel, xDisturbedJeans, and I have an anime addiction, and I put all my stuff on that channel. Any fix I need to do, it just goes right on there, from anime reviews to episode reviews to just anything.
Out of curiosity, when you review, do you actually wear jeans when you do it?
Actually, no, I wear pajama pants almost every time I'm wearing pajama pants.
I
only dress up the top half of my body, and I wear pajamas.
Well, I'm
not
I'm not much better. The last number of reviews I recorded, I was in boxers the entire time. But it doesn't care because I have my awesome jacket.
I mean, yeah,
who cares? Yeah,
it's all about comfort, you know.
It's all exactly.
So on this list for the summer of 2012, we are going to give our impressions and what our due thoughts on what we're going to predict and/or what you can expect from them to the best of our knowledge. We don't know everything, so you can bitch at us, but you know.
Well, don't make fun of us because we say one thing and it's not the truth.
Here's my first prediction. The majority of the bitching isn't going to happen until the shows actually come out, and people are just like, oh, you were so wrong with that. I am totally more right than you.
And then I'll go cry in the corner after I read the comment and pretend like it doesn't bother me.
Mm-hmm.
Crying is the natural, you know, it's the answer to that. Makes sense.
For me, at least.
Before we start, I don't know what anybody else's thoughts are, but I'm probably not going to have any opinion or going to be talking about any of the shows on this list that are a second season or second part to a show that I have not seen, because I don't really have a...
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
Yes.
I don't...
I am the same with Holden, because on this chart, a lot of things actually are second seasons, and I have not seen the first season to any of them,
I mean,
so...
There's quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So I might as well start at the very beginning. Do you guys all have the list as well?
Yes, I have it up and ready.
Okay, so the first one that we're going to look at is Kingdom, which...
started a month ago. So
it's you know, we're already missing out on what could be. You know?
What this awesome stuff could be.
I mean, look at it. It's my
studio
Studio Pirate. Wow, did I just say that? Well, let's pretend I didn't.
Yeah, that sounded alright.
So
no. What you need to do is you need to read the little synopsis here, but do it in like that trailer voice, so you'd be like,
okay.
Oh, I want to do that because
in
so
the Warring States period of ancient China.
States period of China.
In the war.
475 to 221 BCE. People's names who I really don't care about are war orphans in the kingdom of Quinn. They dream of one day proving themselves on the battlefield. One day, however, person is taken to the palace by a minister. I can actually not read this too much because like my microphone is in one position and my screen is like all the way over there and the writing is so small.
Dwindling on the last strands of the power struggle, Yo manages to return to the village barely alive. Shin then meets the boy who closely resembles Yo. What?
Issei.
For now, he is the king of Quinn.
Yes.
Later, he will become the emperor of... What the fuck? I don't know.
The H country.
Yeah.
See, now the thing about that is like, I like how it's in China and not feudal Japan because it's at least a little more original. I mean, the only thing that's not in Japan that I can think of is Oh, I think there's not many actually. There's like Romance of the 12 Kingdoms. That's about it. That's all I can think of.
Well, then again, then there's a lot of things. It's not really in feudal Japan. It's in feudal some mystical fucking galaxy in the middle of nowhere that's just similar to Japan.
Yeah, that is true. The thing about it is that it's already confirmed to be 38 episodes. So take that for all it's worth. You know. It's very gutsy. I haven't seen an anime in a very long time that's actually trying to be very long in one continuous run. The more recently the fashion, as you guys have probably seen, is second seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, we never had that. Like it was like you had one 26 episode series. It wasn't like divided.
Well, then again, like last season, Space Brothers, that's still going. It's going to be a 52
Yes.
at least.
Yeah, that's actually there's two. They're very ambitious series to say the least. The director Jun Kamiya is like he's a fairly weathered director because like he did this show called The Third, The Girl with Blue Eyes.
All right,
which is
no,
this
I
pretty
remember
old
that.
series.
I remember that show.
Yeah, and then he also did this like Zoids knockoff called Dice. But then he also did this show which is called like Blue Seed. He did the first one and the second one. So it's like he's rather old, but I don't know how well he'll adapt to this fantasy setting that he's presented with. But that's I don't know. I won't watch it. Like,
if you were, you probably would have, because it's been out for the last month.
It's been out for a while.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's been out for a month now, and I haven't really seen anything on forums or on YouTube, anybody talking about it. So,
well, at the same time, though.
If it was really good, or, well, if it was at least, I don't know, I just feel like there would have been something mentioned.
At the same time, I would argue that a lot of people aren't really trying to pay attention to the new series until like right now, because
now
most of the
the
stuff
spring
doesn't start till
season is
July.
over.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, definitely. The next one on the list is Rene no Lagrange Season 2, which I am actually pretty excited for since I've watched the first season. The thing about Rene no Lagrange is it's like they took all of Ava and they just made it happy with girls and they just like smashed it and just like made it. The biggest thing I like about it is that it's fun.
So it's a giant robot show.
It's a giant robot show, but it's
with
just the
girls.
way with women, But it's like the thing about it is just, it's fun.
Better
like,
or worse than Idolmaster?
I haven't seen Idolmaster.
That was a while back. I'm just pulling it out of my ass, but that was a while back, and that was an all-girls giant robot show as well.
The thing about it that I think that's just so interesting about it is that it's just It's been so long since I've watched a series that's not super serious about itself, or super like just too slapstick. This has a very nice balance.
So
it's not perfect. It's very flawed though.
It's not trying to be a 4-coma or anything.
No, it's not trying to be really anything. It's more or less just trying to be Ava, just with a happier tone, which is a welcome addition.
How can you be Ava with a happy tone?
You just subtract all the subliminal stuff and just make it better.
So you remove.
Surely anything that's just not remotely depressing is Ava with a happier tone.
That's true. Very true. The next one on the series is actually one I'm looking forward to, and that's Tari Tari, which is what is that? Is that Wakana?
Wakana
and Sekai. Once took music lessons, but she withdrew from the music after losing her mother. Well, that's very depressing. Kanatsu Miyamoto, is a positive-thinking girl who loves to sing and spends times in school at the vocal music club. Wow, that sounds quite interesting. Soa Okita is a spirited archery club. Wow, motherfucker got both. And member who dreams of becoming a horse rider. Wow, he's aspiring to be a lot in his life.
That's assuming
Daiichi
it's a him.
Tanaka.
It could be a she.
Yeah,
Shit.
it might be a girl,
Fuck, you're
assuming
right.
that the...
Judging from the picture.
Yes,
we were
that
given,
they're all
it seems
females.
Daiichi Tanaka is a chronically late badminton.
You don't know badminton?
Badminton team member. No, I have no idea what's badminton.
Who lives with his?
It's like-
His, very important. It's a his.
Is it like badminton?
No, it's like tennis, but you
Oh,
have,
okay,
like,
yeah,
this-
badminton, yeah, okay, yeah. I just had no idea that was pronunciation because I can't read. Ween, I think it's just like win with an extra I. Ween.
Well, they're winning.
Just transferred. They are winning. It's like Charlie Sheen. It was transferred into Wakana's class after 12 years abroad in Australia. Shit.
Australia.
From the land down under. Music brings Wakana and Katsuya and Sawa and the others together to assemble during last summer in high school. it sounds weird, and it sounds dumb, and it looks weird, but it's by PA Works.
Yeah.
Yes, that just another.
Here's the stuff I have written down when it comes to the staff. PA Works is responsible for Angel Beats and Another. The director of the show was the production director for the first Fullmetal Alchemist movie. That was his major works that I...
Conquer Shambhala. Yeah.
The composer is the same composer from Final Fantasy Unlimited and Kitty Grade. However much that...
Oh, shit!
Wow.
if that says anything. And the chief animation director was also the chief animation director in the Ghost in the Shell series, as well as The Girl Who Left Through Time.
Wow, that's actually quite
Wow.
actually
Yeah.
resume. That's quite the
impressive.
resume, actually.
Yes.
Yes.
When I look at it, it reminds me of this PA Works series called True Tears. That's the first thing I think of. But I think it's going to be more reminiscent of a show that was aired last year, which is Hanasaku Iroha. And so I'm not really expecting it to be like the next Angel Beats, really. But I'm expecting it to be fun and look pretty. But not much more, no.
Well, that's what K-On! Was. It was fun and it looked pretty.
Yeah, I mean...
Look how good that was.
Yeah. Motherfucking tea.
I didn't actually mind K-On!
K-On! Is one of those things that you watch, and when you watch it, you don't realize that nothing's happening.
Yes. I think I just went into K-On! With entirely the wrong mindset, considering what everyone had been saying about it.
It's bad when you go into it and you're gonna be like, there's gonna be some awesome jam sessions and stuff, and that never happened.
There's going to be some awesome stuff happening. Yes.
They are gonna make so much cake. It's gonna be awesome.
Well, basically, the only awesome bit was when they were actually performing, and that was like not much different than the performance that was done in the original Haruhi season.
Yep, that's exactly what the argument is. Yeah, they just were like they saw that and they made it, and then they're like, well, God, we're gonna make another series just about that one scene.
Well, to be honest, Tari Tari might end up being like that because in the synopsis it says alone that they all kind of get together through music. So it might end up maybe coming out as something like that.
Maybe it'll be better than Adolescence Upon an Incline.
All right, I don't know.
Whoa.
Well, I think it'll be good, and I am going to watch it.
My thing is, if it's going to be about music, I really hope that it actually is about music.
Yes,
I want shows that are about music. I don't want shows that are just like, oh, we're about music, and then they become just drama fests.
Yes.
True.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what Sakamichi no Opponent was.
Happens way too often.
Like, as good as Adolescence on an Incline is,
Yes.
I really do wish, with the fact that they have really good music, that they actually focused a bit more
On the music
on
aspect.
the really good music.
Yeah.
Very true.
But,
Like,
you know,
Yoko
I would definitely
Kanno
give
is
this
your
a try.
Composer, do something with her.
Exactly, yeah.
Make her work.
All right, can I read the next one?
Go nuts.
Sure.
La Storia della Arcana Familia. All right, Arcana Familia is a self-appointed organization with mysterious powers that has protected a small Mediterranean island, I messed that up, from pirates, foreign countries, and other threats. Yeah, this is small, so it's hard to read. The only daughter
That's
of the
fine.
family's papa, Felicia, will be married to the next head of the family in 2 months, and the successor will be decided in a competition that Felicita herself will take part in. I'm looking forward to this because I saw the trailer for it, and it just looked really cool, and I like the picture.
The thing that I have with it is that it reminds me of Our No Exorcist, and I don't really... it's like Our No Exorcist was good, but I didn't care.
Well, I loved A No Exorcist, so now that you mentioned that, I'm
Our No
definitely
Exorcist
watching it.
was just a lot of nothing. Although, see, what I'm betting it's going to be, I'm almost can guarantee it's going to be Kaite Kyo Hitman Reborn. That's exactly what this all screams to me. It's like the whole like family and crime deal. And so that's what I'm going in expecting.
I don't mind those
If
kind
it doesn't
of plots, though.
Yeah, if it does anything other than that, then...
Well, one of my favorite family and crime plots is actually the entire first half of Gungrave. And I thought that was brilliant. I hated after that when it went into the whole, oh, I'm now this kind of demon monster recreation thing, and the whole Godfather thing's just gone, but it was good while it lasted, and I wouldn't mind seeing something like that.
I mean, this in like the studio it's coming from, it's
JC
it's
staff.
It's JC staff. Like, they're the people who made Nodame Katabline?
Nodame Katabele.
Yeah, and they also did like Toradora.
Yeah.
So like, it's like they're good enough, I don't think of them low. Like, I don't look at them as like Zebik, but yeah, they do a fine job. Yeah.
All right, let's see.
If anyone can do it, yeah, they can.
And
What do I have
JC
written
staff
down?
is animation production, and they're pretty decent. I can't think off the top of my head what they've done in the past, but I know they've done some pretty good things.
It's almost like what I just said.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
guys, I think I've got the wrong preview list to the rest of you. I feel like a fucking retard now.
No, I will post it. Here you go.
All right.
That's the one we're using. It should be like for the people that end up somehow watching / listening to this. There should be a link somewhere to the same thing so that they can follow.
We will
along.
find a way to give you
Hopefully.
this list.
Yes, some way.
One way or another.
One way or another.
Oh, no.
See, now what is it? Now we're on the fifth one? Yeah.
No, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet.
Oh, you don't want to rant?
No, I'm not done. Well, it's not really a big
Please
rant.
go.
It's just the only other thing that I have mentioned down is the director, who is the same director for Higurashi no Nakokoro ni Kai, specifically, and also Yumineko. And he did the storyboard, the entire storyboard for Midori Days. If that is worth anything to anyone.
I have
It'll
not seen
be-
either. So.
Me
It'll
either,
be
so I don't
interesting.
know. Unless that big Japanese one was When They Cry. Is that one?
Yes, that is.
Yeah.
Oh.
When They Cry is the unfortunate
Ouch.
name that they've stupidly given that show. I am so pissed with that.
Jeanne,
Oh my
Jeanne
God.
hates that
I hate
show.
that show.
And I
What?
think
Wait.
Tristan, don't you
Wait.
love it?
Wait.
She's never watched the second season though. Like that's my whole defense to
How?
her. Like I'm
because the first season sucked balls, okay? It sucked.
well, so did like
Of
you know
course
Adolescence
it
Upon an
sucked
Incline,
balls.
but that's okay.
It's not over yet.
But it just the first season kind of does end in its own respect, and it just wasn't good, okay? It was shit.
And it's almost like the
That's
second
why
season
the
is called The
second
Answering Arc.
season-
What? I wonder what it does if it answers anything.
I don't
No
have
way.
any questions. I just don't like how anything was executed, okay? I am like a
Well,
horror fanatic,
that's fine.
and this is like stupid.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I hated Shiki, so I mean.
Okay,
it's
that's
fair
the
enough.
thing. I think that's the problem, though. You went into Higurashi thinking it was horror. As horrific as it is, it's really a psychological
not-
mystery.
Yeah, it's not really a horror. It's more or less thriller more than anything.
No, it's a mystery that you have to piece together because everything resets itself after 4 episodes. So you have to
True.
wonder what the fuck is going on. It's a mystery. It's not a horror.
I think I would like it because it reminds me of Endless 8, and I love Endless 8.
No, yeah,
So-
it's basically
Oh, God.
it's Groundhog Day with lollies killing themselves. That
Oh, so it's
Exactly.
like the Endless 8.
yeah. Well, like nobody kills themselves in Ellen's 8 though.
Well, the fan base did.
Yeah, there's quite a amount of casualties.
Besides that, okay.
Yeah, besides the fan base, no one actually dies on
Okay,
screen though.
okay.
Yeah.
Now let's move on. I don't know how to pronounce this. Jinri wa Sutai.
Satai, Shimi Shata,
Shimimashita. I will read the
Shimashita.
English. I can read the
Shimashita.
English though.
Shimata Shita. What is the English one? I don't know that even.
No, I'm just reading the English description because I can actually
Okay.
read that. It's like, it's been several centuries since human beings declined due to the steep drop in birth rates. The most,
Oh shit!
Oh no, shit got real.
the most prosperous.
People need to fuck.
The most prosperous species on Earth are fairies, 10-centimeter tall creatures with high intelligence. I became a UN arbitrator because the humans. Arborator. Is it arbitrator or arborator?
It's
I say
arbitrator,
arbitrator.
which it doesn't sound right,
Yeah.
but I think it's arbitrator.
Between the humans and the fairies, and returned to my hometown to help my grandfather. I thought my job would not be a tough one, and visited the fairies' habitats to say hello to them. But, ellipses.
Dot, dot,
Dun
dot.
dun dun.
Okay, and I have written down a whole bunch of really awesome stuff. The director is the same director for Angel Beats.
Nice.
Yeah, the director is probably one of the best things about it.
The,
yeah.
No, the music. The music is done by Ko Otani, who did Haibane Renmei, Another, and Shauna. So,
Oh, nice.
True.
like,
Ooh.
that's pretty awesome. The chief animation director was the same chief animation director for Steins Gate.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
And although
Steins Gate's kind of
although
meh.
this was a major red flag for me, it might not be for other people. The series composition and script was done by the same guy that did Carnival Phantasm and School Days.
I was about to say Carnival Phantasm.
Did you
and
just
it's
say school days?
Yes, I did say
Yeah.
just say School Days.
Don't
How-
we all love school days here, guys?
Wow.
We all
I will
love School
murder
Days,
you all.
right? We all love it with like a homicidal passion.
I
Yes.
love it with the burning flame of a billion suns that will hopefully burn it
up. It is
up.
the best romantic comedy you could ever watch.
Comedy?
So, it is so funny.
Actually, I will agree with that. It is the most romantic comedy because I don't think I laughed any more in the show than at the final episode. I laughed so hard.
It's ironic, to say the least. It's like, but the studio who's doing it, AIC ASTA, which is one of the seven AIC subsidiaries. But this one specifically has recently made a name for themselves by making Sorowa Otoshimo. Or, I forgot the English title, actually. But I think that it will have a fair enough budget. But it's just the way that it looks right now. It's very contrasted and bright. And it's going for a different style, to say the least. It's only been confirmed to have 12 episodes, so it'll be short. So maybe sometimes smaller package means better anime.
That's what happened with Madoka.
Yeah, it totally depends. There's a lot of variables that go into it.
I like it when they're shorter series is because then there's not a lot of room for filler or anything. And then if filler disappear, you know, okay, something's wrong here. Because you have 13 episodes, you should be able to tell your story in 13 episodes and be done with it.
Very true, very true.
Well, that looks like something that I will watch then.
Yeah, I'll watch it just because Seiji Kishi, man. Like, that's the real reason.
No, yeah.
Chitose get you. See, my problem that I'm having with this is the story follows an elementary girl named Chitose who wildly pursues the love of Hiroshi, an older young man who works in town hall next to her.
I'm going to be honest. Now, see, I have not been...
You know what you're getting into whenever the time slot for it is 4 minutes before the hour. So each episode, I'm assuming, is probably 4 minutes long.
Oh my god, one of these, isn't it?
It's going to be one of those. It's going to be 4 minutes long. And the thing about it, so it's probably going to be like Hetalia, where Hetalia has like, 50 episodes?
Yeah, but they're all...
But if you amount it, it's maybe like 10 actual episodes. But it's just the thing that I think is really weird about it is that the title itself, that's what I don't get. The double exclamation points. I've never got why that anime is just this newfound fetish with double punctuation.
No. Like, the ones that I don't get is the ones where second season adds an extra punctuation point. But other than that, it's the same title.
Like Working and Negima and K-On! It's just like I have this OCD problem with that's just dumb.
What I don't really like already is like in the synopsis it says an older young man, which makes completely no sense whatsoever. So this is probably
older than her, but still a young man.
but still it's just the way they word it. I don't know. It just doesn't seem right.
It's weird. I think it's an attempt for the company Silverlinks to just make even more money.
Probably
because they had a recent run of success with Tasagore Otome Ex Amnesia, and
really?
like their crown jewel.
You call that a success?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I would totally, because the last 6 episodes are totally divergent, and like financially, like fiscally, it's a success, but it's not really revolutionizing anything. You know, it's so stereotypical for the first half. But the company's crowning jewel, without a doubt, is Baka and Test.
Yeah.
And like. So I really feel like what they're doing is just trying to make even more money. I think they know they're not gonna like redefine a genre with this.
The thing that worries me is the fact that it says it's a 4-koma, and the problem with that is that I actually haven't seen a good 4-koma since
like
Azumanga Dao. I have not seen it. It just they're not funny.
It's we don't get it. That's the way I always think of it. It's just like I don't get it, but it's like. With Daily Lives of High School Boys, it's almost like watching Robot Chicken. It's like they have so many just disjointed segments where... But it's just the way that if I was just to watch one segment a week, that show would be totally unwatchable.
Yeah.
But it's the way that it's like 7. Like then it's like kind of like you get a show at least.
Yeah.
Whereas with this, it's like I can't imagine like... That was a fucking awesome episode. I'm going to wait 7 days and watch 4 minutes again.
I know. I guess that's another thing, because the shows that are based on like 4-komas are always best when you can like marathon them. Like if I was to watch the Cromartie High School on a week-by-week basis, I would hate it so much.
Yeah.
But the fact that I could just sit and marathon and laugh my ass off, it makes it so much more enjoyable.
Cromartie High School was so enjoyable just because every little thing was just it was like in sizable bites that you can just watch and marathon in like I did it in like 2 days.
Yeah, it's so easy to do.
And it was fucking hilarious as well.
Yes, that's true.
Another plus.
I know. I love that show so much.
Yeah, but would you guys watch this?
No.
Okay.
No.
No.
Just
No.
wondering. Yeah.
Okay, so moving on to Xenosaga, or that's what I see in that image is Xenosaga.
Oh God.
I don't
yeah.
know about you guys.
Yeah.
My love alternative.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Total Eclipse, yeah. Based on the Total Eclipse alternative, it is the main medium is a short series that is supplemented with photography and diorama, mainly featuring Senjuki action figures by Volks. I don't get it. Total Eclipse is set in the same world as alternative at like Alaska's Yokin Base Test Site 18, where the first-class staff, all from around the world, regardless of country, gather to work on this new mech thing. The main characters are engineers and pilots, and the Total Eclipse is to feature, like what, Senjuki? Like, I don't even know what that says. That failed to show up in the alternative. So it sounds like it's just either a rehashing, but it's just like that description was so weird, because I read further on about it, and it's like, basically, aliens have been like, they've been beating up the world for 30 years, and then we've made mechs, we fought them, and now we're having like a UN meeting in Alaska, and that's from that point on, Yuri undertones ensue, and
let me
that's
point
what
out
I think happens.
that according to this chart, the
It's
writer
to be
is
announced.
TBA.
Yeah, I was just about to ask
Now
you
this
that.
either means that they don't have one. He's so bad they don't want to mention it, or
he's embarrassed.
Yeah, or he's embarrassed because
Or he's withheld his
Yeah.
name.
because
Yeah.
you know that it's not a good writer, and they're just withholding it for whatever. Because if it was a good writer, they'd promote that shit so fast.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
one of the things about it is it's really going with the whole modern day anime mechs, that is, in a way that it has female characters that are just wearing like plug gimp suits, and it's just so like that's like a prerequisite nowadays, which is really odd.
Well, that's Eva for you. Eva's just
Yeah,
pushed that along.
I know, right? It's just they're really pushing it recently.
It's an excuse to have females in skin-tight outfits. That is the reason. There is no
there's
nothing.
no logic.
No.
Like, there's no benefit.
No.
Like
It's logic in anime.
Like if that's
all that
supposed to be
matters.
Yeah, I
battle
mean,
armor,
yeah.
it is doing such a bad job. If that's supposed to be battle armor.
Yeah,
or
I
anything
mean,
like
but
that.
we're already breaking
Well, it
like
could
the first
distract
rule
the enemy,
of
but that's
anime.
the only
Yeah.
thing I could possibly
But if they're
think
supposed to
of.
be in giant mechs, it doesn't really help anyway.
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
doesn't.
The director, Takayuki Ikigaki, he's done such a weird grab bag of genres. He directed, like, Rosario Plus Vampire, which was a harem.
He directed Desert Punk.
Yeah, but he directed Desert Punk, which is just a vulgar comedy. It's like, I don't get it. I just, like, he's done such weird shit.
Well,
And then he's
actually,
also
so
done,
is
like,
Rosario and Vampire in a sense. It's like,
It's true.
yeah, it's not more
They're
of
all-
a
they're
it's
all
just more of,
really
like,
edgy.
Yeah, edgy comedy. Really funny, edgy comedy.
It's like,
Yes.
but then at the same time, he's also done Marginal Prince, which was like a Shonen Ai series. So it's like, I have no idea what this guy is capable of, because he's never stuck just to one
Well.
genre, which is really weird. But yeah, Desert Punk, I remember watching that ages ago, and I thought it was just hilarious.
It is hilarious.
That might have been due to my immaturity, but I just loved it. I remember, like, loving it when I watched it years ago.
Well, you don't need it really. If you have any sort of maturity and you don't toss it out the window when you try to watch Desert Punk, you're gonna be like disgusted. But
Exactly. It's a lot like South Park in that way.
Yeah.
It's like, when you watch something like it, you got to expect, like, it's just gonna be raunchy as fuck.
Yeah.
And Desert Punk really delivers
like when he
that,
just
but,
when he just like waltzes in and he goes, "Your mother's a dirty whore. Your mother's a dirty whore."
Yeah, you really have to toss, manners to the side, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
well, if it
The thing
ends
is,
up being like funny,
the-
then I think it
Yeah.
would be good.
yeah,
it is.
if it's a comedy, then I might
Yeah.
watch it. But it's the company, like IXTL, it's a cross animation between IXTL and State Light. And
State
you know
Light's
what,
been pretty good in the past.
Yeah, State Light has done some pretty awesome stuff, like Hellsing Ultimate and like Fairy Tail and Macross Frontier. And so they're quite well done. But then in IXTL, this is like
What I'm guessing
they've
it's going to
done
be
nothing.
if since it is kind of like this combination of two different studios, I'm going to guess that State Light is the one handling all the mech animations,
Yeah.
and it's IXTL handling everything else.
That's what I would assume as well. Yep, definitely.
Because State Light can do mech, and they can do it really well.
I have very low expectations for it,
Yeah.
and unless it proves itself, I have no intention of watching it.
Well,
that's just
I'm
me.
going to give
Yeah.
it 3 episodes like
Same
everything
here.
else.
I'm gonna give it 3 episodes,
much.
and if it's not amusing in any sort of way, I'm going to stop it.
Yeah, unlike Holden that can't drop anything.
Cannot drop.
Yeah,
It is a
that
travesty.
used to be my rule, and then I said
Yes.
fuck it. So
That used to be my rule, and then I watched School Days.
How could you wait? I thought you finished School Days.
I did after the fact. No, I did. But like,
so wait, you dropped it after you completed it?
Why would you drop it and finish it on purpose?
Okay. Here's how it worked. It's like the first time I watched it, someone recommended it to me because I really liked, because I only just finished watching Toradora. So someone was just like, "This will be amazing for you," and I was like,
"Oh yeah, they're like the same show."
No, and it was hilarious because I finished the first 2 episodes before anything went wrong, and I actually recommended the show to my friends, saying this is really good. And then I totally was just like, I was an idiot. Do not listen to me ever again. God. I ended up stopping at like episode 8. I bet
he was happy with you.
Yeah,
I bet he was like, Tristan, by the way, I fucking hate you.
At episode 8, I stopped it, and it was like the first time I ever stopped watching an anime mid-episode. And I don't think I ever actually have stopped a show mid-episode since then. But I dropped it, and it wasn't until I did the review, and which was like 3 or 4 years after the fact, that I actually finished watching the show. But
and then your review made me watch School Days.
Rage quit.
Yeah, you did. You literally rage quit an anime. I've never heard that done before.
That is what it was. No, well,
that's like saying,
that's School Days for you guys.
Well,
that's School Days for you.
School Days makes people rage quit anime.
That is what happened, because as much as I love like anime and genre, one of my favorite things in almost any medium is to have a good romance plotline. It's kind of weird because I'm a guy that does that, but it is something that I really enjoy. So when when I enjoy seeing that, when I see this main character cheating and going on about all these different girls, when there's a very simple solution, he can just tell the first girl, "I'm not interested in you anymore. Sorry, goodbye." That would have solved everything. But no, he was just like, no, I'm not going to do that because I still want to fuck her on the side.
The one thing that I will say about School Days is it literally took the expression "just fuck her" to a whole new expression. It was like, oh, you're not interested in her, well, fuck her. No. He took that to a completely different viewpoint, as to literally fornicate her. And it's just the way that he literally fucks his problems, like, very literally.
And he doesn't actually think he's doing anything wrong.
Yeah, it's just that. It's just the way he's so idiot. Yeah. Like,
it's like, this is why I rage quit, because I love romance plotlines so much, and then this idiot is just like ruining it.
It was like a bad hentai that had no hentai aspects to it.
If it had hentai aspects to it, I probably would have enjoyed it a lot more.
I had no idea what the hell was happening. Oh my god! But yeah, that was our School Day rant, kids.
Yes,
there will probably be more.
Yeah, many more to come.
Oh my god.
Let's see. What's the next one? Is it Shoyaku?
Hyakuin Ishu Utakoe.
I'm just gonna call it Utakoi.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I'm just gonna call it that guy that looks like a freaking cardinal or something in the image.
Yeah. Utakoi tells the super liberal interpretation.
I love how that's in quotation marks.
I love how it's super liberal interpretation.
I bet you're doing it right now with your hands. You're doing the whole quote thing.
Yeah, the air quote.
Yeah, like cue off camera quote marks right now.
Yeah.
Of the word Hyakuin Nishio, anthology compiled during Japan's Heian period of the 100 romantic poems from the 100 different poets, as the tale of Genji's like Murasaki Shikiubu. The thing about this series is that as soon as I read the word super liberal, I'm already hesitant of this series. Any series that describes itself as super liberal, that's already kind of odd.
Yeah.
Like, especially in the quotation.
Yeah,
it's
to emphasize it just a little bit more.
Maybe it's actually a comedy, and that's just being ironic, or it's trying to make a joke or something.
Or maybe since the poems are older, they're taking like the poems and putting it into like modern time situations. Therefore, why would be super liberal interpretation?
That would make a lot of sense. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
And if it is like that, then that's pretty cool. But by the image itself, Holden, you talk too much. Shut up.
Yeah, from what I've seen, it looks too historical to be taken that way.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say.
Yeah, like who wears that kind of clothes?
I mean, and what's with that hat?
I know someone who wears that kind of clothes. Joseph and his amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. That's exactly what this is.
That was no joke.
Look
what
at those
I was
colors.
thinking. I was about to say she's wearing like a rainbow.
A rainbow of green, orange, and red.
And wrapped around some guy.
But the director Kenichi Kasai, I actually respect him for the work that he did on a show called Kimikis Pure Rouge back in the day.
And I respect him for Nodobe Katabele as well.
Yeah, but he's also recently done Bakuman.
Blade Brawlers?
He knows how to make a good romance series. So if that's what it's going for, then I'm interested. If it's going for comedy, then I'm not really. Because then he's so out of his element in that regard.
Well, I mean, not really.
He does do good comedy.
His shows do have a certain amount of slapstick to them, but it's not the focus.
Yeah, it's not the focus. The animators at TYO Animation, they haven't produced like many in-house anime. They've usually just done second in like key animation for stuff.
But that's not always a bad thing. Like that happened.
That's not a bad thing. They might have learned like a lot of stuff from the trade from being around, like learning by osmosis.
No, there's a lot of studios that I actually really respect when they do that. Like Studio Wombat that did Kino's Journey. Kino's Journey is basically all that they've done on their own, and it was freaking amazing.
Very true. Yeah, definitely.
Kino's Journey was freaking amazing.
I really want to watch it.
You should.
It looks really good.
You should.
You should stop torturing yourself with things that you don't want to watch, Holden, and just watch the stuff.
Just watch shit that I want to watch.
Yeah, like when we're done, like tonight, you can go out and you can go and get Ghost in the Shell and...
No, I already own all of
Black
them.
Lagoon.
No, I own them already, but I just haven't...
Wait! Whoa! You own them! You have no excuse to have not... What?
I have
What are
the
you
genuine...
doing?
I have the genuine box set of Black Lagoon with the 8 discs of Second Barrage in the original.
Do you have the
4-disc Kino's Journey? Yeah, the 4-disc Kino's Journey. And the Ghost in the Shell... I have the anime... The Bandai, like...
the Anime Legends collection.
Anime Legends, yeah. Anime Legends.
And you haven't... Oh my...
And you haven't touched
And
them?
I've even torrented the Blu-rays.
Dude.
Which,
God.
Don't tell anyone that I torrented the Blu-rays.
No, I actually don't... when it comes to things like that, I'm just like, if you own it and the Blu-rays don't exist in English DVD, I don't really...
care
because you can't see it any other way. Like I have the entire series of Zero Experiments Lane in Blu-ray on my hard drive.
Oh yeah,
I own it on DVD.
I really want to watch that because it just sounds like a complete mindfuck.
It is a complete mindfuck. You will never.
I have
find
a fetish for
mindfuck.
having my mind fornicated, I guess.
No.
But
Yes.
If you want to have your mind fucked,
Evangelion wasn't enough. I need
Ava.
if you want your mind fucked,
I need more.
If you want your mind fucked, I have 4 shows that you need to watch. You need to watch.
Okay, let's hear them.
Zero Experiments Lane.
Okay.
You need to watch Technolize.
Okay.
You need to watch Ergo Proxy, and you need to watch Paranoia Agent.
Oh my god, Paranoia Agent.
Yeah, I want to watch
Paranoia
that
Agent.
too.
I own Paranoia Agent.
Now, Paranoia Agent actually isn't that bad when
That's
you compare.
Satoshi Kon at like his best.
Just anything by
almost.
Satoshi Kon.
Satoshi Kon
I
is
think
such a
Perfect
fucking
Blue
genius.
is-
Perfect Blue
is
as
another
well.
great example.
Perfect Blue
Satoshi
as
Kon is such a fucking genius. Like, everything he's done. What is it? Perfect Blue, Millennium Actress, Paranoia Agent, Tokyo Godfathers, and the final one, Paprika. All 5 of those could be hailed as like masterpieces in their own regard.
They are. They are hailed
No,
as
but
masterpieces.
the thing is, they were well ahead of that time.
Yeah.
Their time. I mean,
That's
Perfect
like,
Blue.
yeah,
is basically
2006. Like,
Black
holy
Swan
shit,
before,
yeah.
Like, yeah, it's basically Black Swan. Like 10 years before Black Swan even came out.
Yeah, and like
Or
Perfect
whatever,
Blue came
yeah.
out in 1990. Perfect Blue, yeah, the Black Swan adaptation thing. Perfect Blue came out in 1998. Like, holy shit! Like that was like old. He was so far ahead of his time.
Yeah.
There's probably a group of people on the internet that think that he was killed because he was too good. Someone killed him out of like jealousy.
It's all a conspiracy made by the
Conspiracy! I have now all those little conspiracy voices from Welcome to the NHK stuck in
God.
my head. Thank you very
the
much.
NHK.
That is-
I love the NHK.
That is
That's-
so
Oh,
funny.
NHK is fucking awesome.
That's a completely different story. I loved it to death, though.
Yeah, I liked it the first time I watched it. I don't actually think it's a show that you can rewatch. I tried. I didn't like
I don't
doing
know
it.
if I
I
could
did
or not.
rewatch it, and I did really like it actually.
Really?
I loved it though.
Yeah.
It's just Crispin Freeman, man. You know, like
No,
What?
it's Chris Patton.
What?
No,
I
no,
love
Greg
Chris
Ayres.
Patton.
No,
Chris
Greg
Patton.
Ayres. That's what I'm saying.
watched this.
It's it's Chris Patton
Yeah,
and Greg Ayres.
and
It was
Greg
not Crispin
Ayres, yeah.
Freeman. What the hell are you talking about?
Crispin Freeman.
You
I
should
don't
have
know
your
what he's done.
encyclopedia card
excuse
revoked
me,
for that, good
Holden.
sir.
My encyclopedia card.
This is no longer the Holden
Oh
Encyclopedia.
shit, man!
Go
Really?
cry in your corner.
Oh fuck! Oh man.
This-
So
Yes, let's get
continuing
back
on.
Can I
we
can I
have,
say something really
Yes.
quick though?
What
before
were we
move
doing
on?
again?
Okay.
It's actually being like really
Yeah.
cool, and it says they were looking up the different poets such as the tale of Genji's Murasaki Shikubu, And I actually looked that up in Wikipedia
Yeah.
because I'm cool like that. It's
it's
like
actually quite a good
it's
story,
kind of like a
actually.
Romeo and Juliet type thing that happened in like really early Japan.
Yeah, definitely.
So is it going to be like Romeo and X
Maybe,
Juliet?
but I just thought that was more of an idea of what this had to offer. But anyway, we can move
Yeah, a
on
concept,
if you
yeah.
wish.
Okay. To
Euromates.
Euromates 3DS2.
Now see, the name totally there's not 3D, okay? Like
Yeah,
that's my first
it's
thought too. I
That
was
is
like
so
3D
1D.
anime. Fuck.
It's so
1D.
1D.
It looks like
This is
Paper
gonna
Mario,
No, but-
but it's
guys.
paper anime. I don't know.
No, but continue, I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, okay. It's a continuation of whatever first season this show was. Yurume Aida flunked her college entrance exams, what a surprise, but wants to try again. Also, what a surprise. She decides to leave her old apartment to get away from the bad influence of her neighbors, who are also all college rejects. You know, if it wasn't for the fact that it doesn't look like to be a guy in this show, I would almost...
I think there's a dude, like, but he's just based in the background drinking soda.
I can't tell what the gender of that person is.
He's very gender
He is a
neutral.
dude. He's
I
the
think-
obligatory.
He's the
Yeah,
obligatory
dude
fat
from Moe
otaku.
show.
Because otherwise, I would say, just don't watch this and go, like, watch Love Hina or something.
He's the obligatory fat otaku going, "Oh my god, Moe girls!"
Moe!
I have
Kura
I
in.
don't have anything to say on this show since it's a continuation.
The only
Yeah.
thing I would have to say on it is that, like, I just don't care about Moe blob comedies that have 3-minute long episodes.
You're gonna. Oh wait, is that it? 3 minutes?
Yeah, this is gonna be this is gonna be a commercial break show.
Oh.
That's why it's playing at such an odd time.
Well, it's also 4 coma, so. Whatever.
Yeah,
Yep.
not even going to
Don't
bother.
like it.
Well, no, it's not. Well, it's not the only one that's done at a 35. Total Eclipse is done at 25,
True.
35.
True, very true.
So who knows? But moving on to Yuri Yuri.
With the
two music notes, because you know that's
Two
not.
Second
music
season of
notes,
Yuri.
double punctuation. That means it's a sequel.
I watched the first like 6 episodes of the original Yuri Yuri, and I just stopped watching it because I got bored. It was like it was trying to be a combination of K-On! And Lucky Star, except it wasn't Kyoto Animation, and it just wasn't really anything. It was just kind of there.
I look at it and I think comedy, and I just don't care. The only comedy that I really like is just really like slapstick, but this is just, it's so subtle. It's not in my face enough. I don't get it. It's like chopstick humor. It's like, oh, look at those chopsticks. And I just don't get it. But that's
Which
just me,
side of
maybe.
the chocolate cornet do you eat?
Yeah,
Do you
like,
think is the head? Which
yeah,
is
it's
the
like
head?
the stupid shit that I just don't get. Like, it just requires a greater mind, or maybe
Greater
I'm
mind.
just
Yeah,
I'm
a
not.
greater mind. Nice save there.
Yeah, I am not smart enough to get it. I'm just
Yeah.
too dumb.
We're obviously
Well,
just
that's,
not on the same
that's
level.
weird.
as
It's
them.
just
No,
because
obviously
like
not.
the reviews on My Enemy List, they gave him high ratings.
I'm
you
gonna be
already
honest.
trust-
I
you're
don't like
trusting
the
Mao.
reviews on My Enemy List. How
See,
often
the
do you
thing
see a
about
bad
Mao-
review
Yeah.
on Mal?
Gintama.
How often do you see a
Gintama
bad
is the
review?
best
Everyone
anime
either
of
loves
all
the show
time.
Yeah.
or hates the show.
Yeah.
That's
It's either a
true.
10 or a 1.
No,
Yeah,
that's
it's-
it. Well, it's mainly
Gintama
because-
is the best anime that's ever been made on Mal.
Yeah. Well, the thing is when it comes to Mal is that all of it is written reviews. So the only people that are actually gonna write a review on something is things that either feel
Yes.
passionately, either in a positive light because they really love the show and they want to tell people about their newfound love, or they're entice hatred that they just have to spew towards everyone. If someone was
Yeah.
just like, it was
Exactly.
alright, they're not gonna sit down and write a whole bunch of paragraphs on it. They just won't do it. So that's
Yeah,
why
precisely.
I don't trust the Mal reviews like at all. I don't like. No.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't really depend on it too
I have
much
no
either. I
words.
just did it because of the the little recording we had here, and I have no idea about the show, so I just went on that to try to get more into it.
Yeah.
Next, we actually have a Sunrise series, which is quite interesting, actually.
Sunrise means nothing. They have all left.
Sunrise, it depends. They've all been on a winning streak recently with
yeah, that's
Excel
true.
World, Tiger and Bunny, Daily Lives of High School Boys. They're definitely getting out of what they used to do. And at least they're trying something that's not a Gundam like Universal Century adaptation for the 80th time already.
Or
So
just a Gundam in general.
yeah, or just Gundam, like
They haven't done a Gundam.
motherfucking Gundam.
I was about to say they haven't done Gundam in a while, but then I was like, wait, no, Unicorn.
I was to say Unicorn, which we'll talk about later. The thing about this show is that, well, first let's probably read it. Sakura Ichiko is a 16-year-old girl who leads the charmed life blessed with beauty, brains, and health. She has an abundance of happiness energy.
Holden, you hate it already, don't you?
Which can make people happy, but at the cost of absorbing all of their happiness energy.
Okay.
Very counterintuitive.
Can I stop you right now and say that this sounds like the description for a hentai?
Oh god.
The thing that about it was the second I saw happiness energy, I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be the most complex narrative ever constructed. I was like, we are going to have mechs combining under the name of Gurren Lagann. It's gonna be awesome. But then I was sadly mistaken, because I kept reading and I realized that she causes the enemy. She does this to keep balance in the world, because there's an unbalance of happiness energy. She becomes a target for the poverty god named Momiji, and Momiji's goal is to remove Ichiko's powers by absorbing other people's happiness in return for all the energy that she's taken to its rightful place.
Who's in the forest strolling? The birds and the bees sing Momiji.
It's so... I'm like, I look at...
You have no words.
I think that silence just says
okay,
it all.
well,
Right?
according to the picture, one of the girls has a freaking injection needle as her
I didn't
arm.
see that. Oh,
So,
and there's
like,
a dead person.
The major thing that I just didn't get about it was that it has the same director as Gintama. And as soon as I realized that Yoichi was directing it, and I was like, Gintama, and it was like Sunrise, and it all clicked, and I went, oh shit. And I'm just like,
okay,
oh, man,
well, the thing that
I
bugged
can't
me
watch
when
it.
I looked up the staff is that there is a director, but there is also a chief director.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, so a single director's not enough. You have to have a chief director.
It's going to be that much of a complex narrative that we need two human individuals.
We will be
to
debating the
coordinate
awesomeness of these episodes till the end of time. There will be more heated debates on this than the Evangelion and Seal Experiments Lane combined.
Yeah, definitely. Without a doubt. I mean, for real.
all on this happiness energy.
Oh my god.
Whatever that could be.
Yeah, I mean, it's really...
It's going to end up being love. It is.
I would get pissed. No, I don't really care for it.
I
But
don't really care.
I don't care for much. I'm just kidding. I care for a lot of things.
But you'll still watch it, yeah.
But I'll totally watch
end.
it.
Well, I'm forced to watch
I'm a
it.
bit of a masochist, actually. If a series, I like to pain myself. Feel like almost. It's just like if it's bad, I like to watch it because then it's like it makes good stuff look even gooder.
Gooder's not a word. Duh.
I just said it, so duh. The next series though,
it's a word in the Holden Encyclopedia.
Holden Encyclopedia.
Yeah, Encyclopedia.
So he knows every
Awesomeness.
word in the English dictionary as well.
It is the Encyclopedia Holdmatica.
Holdmatica.
I'm just
It's
calling shit out of my
Holden.
ass.
Are you gonna read it Holden on the
Let's see.
Encyclopedia?
For
A sequel
Morimoshima
of the first
Returns.
season. College student person has a unique ability. He can see and communicate with bacteria and other
Bacteria.
microorganisms.
Continue.
What?
No, it gets better. The hijinks ensue.
Oh, good.
Oh my god.
Person with 3 names is a freshman at Tokyo Agriculture University. He has a unique ability that is worth the value of a 1 million yen electron microscope to see
fuck.
to see
That is like the
Yeah,
most boring
really.
ability ever.
to see microorganisms with naked eyes. Together with his childhood friend Kay, he begins a new and carefree life as a student. Is this like their
I'm not
version of
no,
Horton Hears a Who?
No, not even gonna lie. This series, the first one, Moyoshiman, fucking awesome. This show is so good.
Really?
Not even gonna lie. Like, no joke.
Are you saying that ironically, or are you actually
No,
being serious?
like superficially, it looks really dumb, but it's like think of like the psychological aspects of like this guy can like it's not like just bacteria, it's like he can like talk to it. It's like it's different. It's kind
Hello,
of like,
E. coli. How are you doing today?
No, it's more like a Digipoka land thing. Where
Digipoka
Oh,
Land.
God.
Digipoker Land.
So it's a combination of Digimon, Pokemon, and Super Mario Land. Good to know.
the thing is like he's so it's such a weird thing that because it really reminds me of like Summer Wars in the way that like except only this guy can see it, and I've heard things about it. I've just never pursued it. But it's like the picture.
Did you just say Summer Wars?
Yeah, like look at those and then think of Oz.
Wait. Did you?
Think of Oz.
Did you say Summer Wars, or did you actually say Digimon R War Game? I'm sorry, I got confused.
Oh well, because they're the same thing. So
I just have to bring that up every time. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm kind of a dick that way.
Yeah, but it's like it's kind of like the world of Oz in the way, but it's kind of like Welcome to NHK in the way that only this guy can see it. So everyone else looks like him, has like he's a spastic twat.
So he's trying to like cope with social problems of trying to look normal, but he really isn't.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, it's more realistic in human nature than it appears in this picture. Like, it's just like normal adult college anime art style. It's not like that the entire time. But that's what he sees.
Well,
if that
because
makes
of how
sense.
you explained it, I may actually watch this, and if I don't like it, I'm going to kill you.
Oh, like look at watch the original series. It's actually quite interesting. But the main reason I'm gonna watch it,
I'd love to watch the original series. Unfortunately, I have other things on my list like Fate Zero and Another and Future Diary and like other stuff.
Bunch. I got 221 on my plan to watch list, but
I don't even listen to my plan to watch list anymore.
The main thing I would want to watch this for is that the opening is by Clarice, whom I'm a big fan of, and so I would totally watch it just for that.
Hello, Clarice.
Clarice, totally.
Hello, Clarice.
The next one. You want to go on the next
Without
one?
a doubt.
Natsuki Rendezvous. Does everybody have that
Rendezvous?
one? Natsuki Rendezvous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the next one. Yep.
Another with our TBA writer.
Takobo.
He's getting around this TBA person.
Yeah, this Takeuchi bitch asshole. He's getting around actually quite fairly well recently. Takashi bitch asshole. He's
No.
actually,
I actually thought he went by Asterix. I thought he went by
yeah.
Asterix.
Oh, that's true. I forgot. My bad. Never mind.
Okay, anyway.
Um,
We're serious, guys.
Yeah, come on now.
This is the internet.
Yeah, this is totally serious here.
If you're not taking notes, you're watching this video under the complete wrong impression, or rather listening to it. I don't know how we intend to distribute it, but we'll figure that out later. That's not important right now.
That's not important right now.
A young man with poor eyesight named Hazuyuki works as a part-time worker in a flower shop and falls hard for the shop owner, Roka. But what happens when he discovers that the residing in her apartment is the spirit of a man she cannot forget?
Yeah.
Awkward.
So, like, it's just he just walks in and he's just like cock blocking this spirit. He's just like, yo, no, let's not see that. I don't know. I don't know what to think of it because it's so josei, and it's not that I don't like josei. It's just that I haven't rather like experienced enough josei to like get it. Like, you see enough shonen, and then you're like, I get it. Like, this guy is gonna walk around until he beats every face with his fist.
Mm-hmm.
That is
Like,
how it works. Yeah.
Yeah, it's how it works. Like, I haven't seen enough josei to like fully get it yet. But the things I have seen, like
Well,
Nana and stuff, are
Sakamichi
actually
no
really quite
Polen
well.
or Adolescence
So-
Upon an Incline was based off a josei manga.
Yeah, Adolescence Upon Yeah, and that explains why it was a bunch of
It
a
wasn't
bunch of
homosexual, it was just
males.
bromance. Come
And-
on. Come on.
Oh my god, it was so like anal penetration
No, it
prison
was
style
not.
almost.
Get
It was
out of
okay, do you remember that scene with the saxophone? That was a penis. Think of it that way,
Then
and
what
look how
were the
gay the series
drumsticks?
just became.
What were the drumsticks?
Yeah, all
and
the instruments are
saxophones and
phallic
pianos?
objects. Just remember that.
They are just
He loves beating that drum way too hard.
external
Oh,
sex
God.
organs.
Horrible.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, the guy that well, you
How
can,
did we just compare adolescents? Oh,
How did we
kids,
get-
kids on the
Josei, that's why.
To-
Yeah, it was
Yes,
Josei.
Josei.
yeah.
Yeah. The director, Koto Masuo, he did
What
Red
is
Garden.
that?
Really?
Yeah, he did Red Garden and Kurenai, which was a brains-based anime back in the day, which was like it's like the original Usagi drop if you haven't seen it. I think that he'll handle this Josei series actually rather like really well, just based upon Red Garden and Kurenai. Although Red Garden, there's people that like it and there's people that just don't like it.
I'm in the pack of people that don't really like Red Garden.
Yeah, Red Garden's a mixed bag of emotions.
It's kind of,
It's like you watch it once, but you'll probably never watch it again. That's how I viewed it.
Yeah, that's about right.
But I usually stray away from Josei series. But since this one is only 11 episodes, I might watch it just to see a spirit get cock-blocked. But that would be the only.
Or the reverse.
Might
Or the reverse.
Might write that down.
You're gonna
in the
eat
notes,
your
kids.
words. You're gonna eat your
Well,
words.
I'm
so
going
hard.
to watch
Yeah, after I
and that's
review it,
because
that'll
it is
be
based
quite
on a
bad.
Josei manga, and then and I mean, you guys know. Well, I tell a lot of people that I'm still new to watching anime, so I haven't seen a lot.
Wait. Josei, wait.
Yes.
Jeanne, are you a girl?
It makes complete sense,
Oh.
doesn't it?
Shit. That okay?
So,
it makes
yeah.
sense now. It's all this. It's all this extrogen and stuff.
Yes.
Estrogen.
And feelings.
And feelings. You know, all that shit I got rid of.
Well, I guess that explains that for me then.
It's not enough.
I still have it.
Boiling
The technique for keeping it has been passed down the
arm.
Armstrong line for generations.
Yeah, oh my god. Love him.
I watched like 4 discs of Full Metal Alchemist today. On top
Yeah.
of finishing Trigun
Wow.
after starting it yesterday.
That's such a good series.
You
I
are
know.
a beast.
I'm having a good
with
weekend.
that.
And it's about to
Kiyo no
get better with
Senko
this.
no chocolate?
Awesome.
So chocolate? Whoa.
Yeah. Chocolat.
Wait.
Chocolate.
I know
I
this.
just heard chocolate.
Wait, I
Chocolate.
can do this. I can do this. Love, election, and
Love,
chocolate.
election,
okay, yeah, that's
and
what it translates to. I had to think about it for a
Did you
second.
do that? Did you do that on the fly or?
Yeah, I had to think about it. I was like, shit, I know this.
Ladies and gentlemen, the proof that you can actually learn Japanese
Yeah.
just by watching anime.
Holden
Holden
Encyclopedia.
reviews. You should be watching. You should be watching.
You're copying from
You
me.
should be watching.
No.
Whoa!
There. Come
Whoa!
on.
Keep your ideas to yourself.
You should
God.
make up your own. I will.
Does
I will.
anyone want to
'cause-
read this?
Or
Anyone?
he
Yuki, who falls in love, doesn't like chocolates. They are lifelong friends and students of the same school. They both belong to the food club with Mifuru, their classmate. Actually, they don't do anything every day, but just enjoy chatting. But one day,
Satsuki. Satsuki.
person Satsuki, president candidate of the student council, promises to close the clubs that do nothing. To stop it, they decide to run against her. But who? Yes, Yuki is forced to run for the election. To save the club, he will just need to be
Dun, dun,
the
dun.
next president.
See,
Directed by Michael Bay.
directed by Michael Bay. We're gonna have chocolate exploding.
That actually would be pretty epic.
Yeah.
The thing
With a
about
Linkin Park soundtrack.
It doesn't.
But in
really-
the end, it doesn't even matter.
See, the problem that I have with this is that it's all of a sudden, we should go out.
oh,
Oh, you don't
fuck
like
you.
chocolates? Get the fuck
you
out!
suck.
I hate you.
No,
How can you not like chocolate?
No, it's a matter of,
don't-
it's a matter of, we should go out. Wait, you don't like chocolate? Fuck, now I can't go out with you because my brain is so small. That is the only
Oh
gift
my
I could
God.
possibly think of giving a girl. That is it. We have to, stop right now because I will not be able to satisfy your needs. Because, I'm pretty shit in the bedroom.
The way that I see it is that it's just another visual novel adaptation. You know, if you've seen one, you've pretty much seen them all.
I would argue against that, but that's just me.
But it's like when I say visual novel, I mean like your normal visual novel that doesn't try to be anything. It doesn't try to be a Fate Stay Night or a Clan ad.
Tell me, Holden, how many visual novels have you seen?
Have I seen? I've seen a lot, but I've never actually played them.
Well, that sucks to be you. I've only played through.
Just to
two.
say, you played 2.
Hey, but I've at least played more than you, my good sir.
I think I played an iPhone app once, and the problem that I have with it was that
yes, because that's totally the same thing.
because the problem I had with it was like it's just the way that it's like eat lunch, don't eat lunch, and it's like don't eat lunch, and then like the story will progress as you didn't eat lunch, you had sex instead. Like it's like not eating lunch gave you the sexual testosterone to fuck bitches all day. And it's just the way that the decisions are never clean cut to me. They're always like, do you skip class or do you not? Okay, you went to class. You got fucking pussy. And like it just goes on for 2 days.
Or don't think about don't.
I think or were you just playing school days here, Holden?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, actually, school days would be you went to class, you fucked bitches. You didn't go to class, you still fucked bitches.
She's
never
dying
gone.
here, Holden. This is all your fault.
Look what you did.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck! I'm winning. That means. But I don't think it's gonna try I don't think this anime is gonna try anything different. It might. But it looks like just like a normal run-of-the-mill harem to me. It's AIC build, so like the animation won't be the thing that makes you stop watching it. It's totally watchable. They made like Ora no Imoto ga Kono ni Kawaii wa Kikenai,
God.
and
That's a
Boku wa
mouthful.
Tono- yeah, and Boku
Or my sister
wa
can't be
Tomodachi ga
this cute.
Sukanai. Well, no, and then
Okay,
actually the
well,
one I just said is
was-
I don't have any friends,
I
just
was
like
there.
you.
I was just
Oh,
translating.
but the thing is, I cannot. That's really all that AIC Build has made, which is another one of the 7 subsidiaries of AIC. So the thing about it is like it would look good and stuff, and so far they've done like they've done like novels and manga. So I don't know how AIC Build is gonna handle a visual novel, because up until this point, like a novel is so clean cut, you just follow the script. But with a visual novel, since there's so many, divergent paths and choices and whatnot, and, usually nudity, it's usually how you handle that, because, if you're like playing at...
Generally
yeah.
what they end up doing is like, okay, well, you have all these girls that you can pick in the game. Let's pick the favorite girl from all the fans.
Yeah,
Go with
exactly.
her mainly, but then I have all these side arcs that cover the entire plot of all these other girls, but remove the romance. Or, unless you do something like, fuck, the name... We were talking about it earlier. The World God Only Knows.
Yeah, Amagami SS and the World God Only Knows, yeah.
Yeah,
where
you
it
just
restarts
resets.
every 5 episodes, yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's how in my mind, harem should work. But I've yet to see...
It should be
one
like,
of-
okay,
Because, God forbid, they should never work in real life.
No.
Yeah,
because-
no,
this is how it
God
should happen.
forbid.
This is how it should happen in
Polygamy.
Holden's mind. I'm gonna
Solution,
go-
polygamy, done.
No, I'm gonna go around, I'm gonna fuck this bitch, and then I'm gonna reset so everybody else doesn't remember that I just fucked this bitch. So
Dude,
now I can go and fuck this
Steins
other
Gate Steins Gate could have made such an awesome, it could have been so much like that. It could have...
Yeah, it could have filled its potential.
He could have just been like, Okabe could have been like, oh, Christina! And then he could have been like, then he could have been like, El Pisai Konguru! And then go back in time. And then, that girl who's like, doo-doo-doo! And then he'd be like, and it would have been absolutely off the wall, perfect in my mind if that how it worked.
And then it would have been like, but he's also a guy.
but
But now he's a girl. I can.
but now he's
totally
not.
tap that.
But
Totally tap
I'm glad that they
Or
didn't
is
do
he?
that with Steins Gate, because Steins Gate is just absolutely awesome. I
Yeah,
loved
it is.
it.
It is.
But
It has a very
Steins
slow
Gate would have been the
start to it.
I see why Steins Gate was a visual novel now, because that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because that's how I would have
Yeah.
played it off.
Oh yeah, because you make the wrong move and you do the wrong
Yeah,
thing.
you just go
and
back
you
in time.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
you go back in time.
Perfect.
Yeah. Brilliant. And I just skipped ahead in my chart. I have no idea where we are. Oh yeah, we're at
We're
this
on
bridesmaid
Kononaku ni
looking
Hitori
one.
Imoto ga koere iru.
You are so good with these these titles. I just
Only
blows
if they
my
have the word
mind.
Emoto, because that's sister, and then I get pumped. Which I would like to point out that the English title is I got this. Emoto sister. One of them is my younger sister. Okay, I just translate.
Right.
I hope I'm wrong, but what I think
no,
it's
the description kind of fits that title.
Yes.
so. Oh fuck. Oh my god, I think it's gonna be bad. Abiding by his father's will, Sugohara has transferred into the academy where many younger girls... Wow, his dad was like, I'm dying, and I want you to go to this all-girls school. And that's all I want. No, I'm dead now. But continuation. It appears to be as though his younger sister, separated from him at birth, of course, also attends this academy, and that she is trying to get closer to him without letting him know. What the fuck is wrong? She also actually is... she actually is. Problem is, Sugosu, or insert male name here, seems to be popular with other girls at the school as well. Can insert name here
unquote.
properly reunite properly, you know, like
Reunite?
I like how it's reunite, you know, as in, you know, it could be taken in two very different
what's going to happen here?
directions.
What is going to happen here is that they are going to have a quote-unquote relationship because one of them doesn't realize that they're freaking related. It's like going and saying, oh, yeah, you know, Luke and Leia, they kissed once, and that was really cool, because they didn't know they were related.
Well, see, the director, Nawa Munenori, the thing about him is that he was the same director as Kiss X Sis, so this makes they could not have got a better director to do this. Like, that is just he's like the epitome of wincest anime.
Wincest?
Yeah,
Incest.
it's when it's a win, but it's incest, because in real life, it's just
Unless
icky
it's 2D,
cest.
and then it's awesome.
Nah, you get...
I thought it was twincest is wincest.
Twincest is also incest, but that's what Kiss X6 was. The thing about Studio Gokumi was that I have never seen any of what they've made, like, ever.
What have they made? Maybe I've seen some of it. I never got this far down in the chart in my notes, so...
I have no idea, because I was just too busy not caring.
Well, let's have a look at this, shall we?
Okay, let's do that. And while he's doing that, let's just keep talking and act like we know what we're saying, but we really don't. So we're just trying to fill space by using words and really out of context sayings.
Or we could just all sing the Trigun theme. Okay.
What?
What? That is very shocking, Jeanne.
I'll get out the air guitar.
Okay, you play the air guitar.
Okay, no, I'm done. I'm done searching. The only thing that
good.
they've done that I've seen is I see the first couple of episodes of A Channel, which they did.
They did a channel.
A Channel. Yeah.
A channel. What channel?
A Channel. It's A-Channel. That is the name of the show.
I thought you were saying a channel, as in they completely own 100% own the rights to a channel.
No. The show is called A-Channel.
All right, well...
Shows how much I know.
It was this very kind of bad Lucky Star.
If you're into incest, you will like this. I can give you the Holden word of approval.
I'm not watching this. No way in hell.
But it's not certified frosty. I'm sorry.
Two sides of the limb here.
The next one, Joshiraku, the next one on the list.
JC Staff again.
JC Staff. Based on the manga by
oh my God, Sayonara Zetsubu Sensei. Seriously? Oh my God.
Sayonara Zetsubu Sensei. Yeah.
This is gonna be
a group of females writing who perform and discuss random things that usually reaches them in a usual humorous conclusion that is far from the initial discussion topic.
So it is Lucky Star as told by the same guy that wrote Sayonara Zetsubu Sensei.
Yeah, it's Koji Kemeta. So like, it's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be either awesome or just so bad.
Yeah, like, but the thing, like, the director is Tsutomu Mizushima, who recently did another PA Works anime named Another, which is still a dumb title. Squid Girl, and like Pornholic, XXXholic. Pornholic.
Triple X-holic, yeah.
Triple X-holic.
The Clamp anime that I can't watch.
I just dislike Clamp, but I don't want to go on that tangent
right
now.
Okay.
Oh no,
I will let you slide right now, but
we'll hear about it later. Whenever we're talking about Clamp soon. We'll talk about Clamp soon. Don't worry.
One day, we will.
Well, no. I mean, we're gonna Bloodseed and Kogias are both mentioned later on. So.
Dem's fighting words.
Literally, we will be fighting about that later.
Yes.
Dem's fighting words.
It is inevitable.
Okay.
It's JC Staff, so I mean, I think it will actually be pretty good. I look at this as kind of like, I think it's going to be like the slice of life comedy that was in Anonatsu Maturu or Waiting in the Summer.
Mm-hmm.
But with the whole Sayonara Zetsubu Sensei guy with Kumeta writing it, I'm thinking it's just going to be, I think it'll be good actually. Like, I look at it and it looks dumb and like Moe Blob, but I think that the all-around combo of, like, you know, the ex-PA Works director who directed, you know, XXXholic, Squid Girl, Another, and the writer of Sayonara Zetsubu Sensei, all done by JC Staff, I think it's actually a winning team, despite superficially how, you know, dumb it looks.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so moving on to this new one. It has the immediate red flag of being produced by
Oh
Arms.
my god, Arms! I love you!
And if you don't know who Arms is the guys behind Elfen Lied and Ikitosen and Queen's Blade.
What was
so,
it? Yeah. What else?
So it's gonna be fucking awesome.
Well, I'd like to name some pretty
and
awesome...
Genshiken 2.
And Body Transfer, and Night Shift Nurses 3, the best one,
basically,
of course.
Basically they did hentai, and then they did Elfen Lied, and then they were like, hey, we could actually do shit. And then they went and did Ikitosen and Queen's Blade. And...
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
Master
the
of
thing is,
Frontier
I
Hearts.
watched the trailer for this
Master
one,
They probably
and it
made a
actually
shitload of money.
looked good, and it didn't show anything bad because, I don't know.
Well, of course it didn't show anything bad
what I
because
mean
it's a
is, like, there
trailer
was
that
no,
they probably want to release during prime
shots
time.
or anything like that. No fan service.
Well, it is ATX, so actually I think it'd be totally fan service.
Well,
It's ATX.
I don't know.
It's produced by Arms. It is
Yeah.
produced by Arms. Bottom line, there will be fan service.
Yeah, I mean, it's produced by Arms, airs on ATX, which is like this adult channel.
These guys freaking did Night Shift Nurses.
I mean,
Well, considering that
they
I've
did
seen
an anime
more
called Night
animes
Shift Nurses.
besides
Like,
Elfen
holy
Lied,
crap.
then
they did Body
I don't
Body
know,
Transfer
because
too.
I know Ikitosen's really bad. I've heard about that. And Queen's Blade, I heard, is really bad too. But if they can do Elfen Lied, and that was pretty decent,
Elfen Lied
besides
is
the
very mixed.
creepy girls being naked.
Elfen Lied.
I mean, they were just naked.
Oh no. Elfen Lied was bad.
well,
it wasn't bad. It was just
The
very
opening was
average.
No.
good. The opening
yeah,
was good.
Lilium.
The opening was
the opening 10
Lilium,
minutes.
Lilium was amazing.
opening-
Yeah.
No. The opening, actual opening sequence, and the first half of episode 1
Yeah.
was freaking
That's
amazing.
true.
Beyond that,
Yeah, it wasn't really that good.
I mean,
Beyond that.
it's very average.
No, me
I
either.
would never call it a masterpiece,
Yeah,
but I
it's
wouldn't
just
call it like
something.
shit.
Well,
either.
maybe
I've seen
this
some
will
way worse than
bring
it.
them
Yeah.
out of the
it's there.
limb. Okay.
We should probably read the
Hagure,
description of
Yusha,
this
no
show, probably.
Aesthetica.
In normal RPGs, a hero
Yes,
defeats
the Satan King.
Is that Satan?
Yeah, that's definitely
Satan King.
King.
And the story ends. But what does the
Otorizawa.
hero do after that?
Otorizawa.
Person whose name I can't pronounce defeats the Satan King in the fantasy world of Alizard and returns to the real world. He is sheltered by the international organization Babel, symbolism, which protects and controls people transferred from the other worlds. Babel is astonished at how Atsuki has really defeated Satan and brings
Which I'm
Satan's
guessing is
daughter
the pink-haired girl.
Miu
Yeah.
from Alizard. In the Academy of Babel, Atsuki confronts other returners who have psychic powers.
See, now, I think it's trying to replicate the success of Elfen Lied by using, like, not only symbolism, but trying to have a message that isn't really mean anything, but they're saying it so, I love hearing when people say, whenever they're watching an ecchi show, and they're like, I'm watching it for the plot, and I'm like,
Yeah, sure. Okay.
I bet you are.
Plot on the train.
Plot as
What's
in
that thing you're holding in your hand there?
Yeah, it's just like,
Plot as in
do you mind
the
turning
behind.
around, please?
Yes.
plot as in the
Right.
behind of female characters. That is exactly what you watch it for.
I looked at it, and the problem that I have with it is that it's so like nothing. Like, the problem I have with recent is that whenever just fan service is involved, it usually becomes just the driving feature, and it's like almost like Ken Akamatsu. It's like, how can I get this woman to have her panties showing at any given moment? Boom. Brainstorm session. Let's make an anime right now. Go. And see,
Or
and
you know what? You could just like pull a High School of the Dead and pull
Yeah,
a
but that was
Matrix
really
booby
cool.
thing. Go
That
nuts.
was
It was so cool.
that was so weird, because that means her boobs were moving faster than a bullet. That was what as soon as I stopped, I said, wait, if I played that in fast motion where the bullet was actually moving, her boobs were moving faster than a bullet. But that's just me being.
Her boobs broke the laws of physics. That's how awesome that scene was.
That was so weird.
How often can you say that with just anything? Yes, breasts that break laws of physics.
Oh, that's anime.
No, that's just Japan.
Yeah, that's
have you
just
have you
Japan.
seen video games coming out of Japan like that?
Yeah, totally.
Like freaking Dead or Alive, beach volleyball. Holy crap.
My god, yeah, definitely.
A separate physics engine, separately designed for breasts.
I remember,
That's it.
I think in a review I mentioned that one time. I was like, this is coming from a series where we had a completely different physics engine made just for the boobs. Like, that's how much we wanted them. Like, it was kind of ridiculous.
Oh boy. This is going to be fun to watch.
I'm not going to watch this, but I don't feel like I'm going to be missing much by not watching this anime. I don't think...
Yeah. Well, just because I watched the trailer. And
I have to watch. Well, I don't have to, but
it just doesn't seem. No.
Did you watch the trailer for High School DxD?
Yeah.
It looks good on paper, but it's not.
That's the thing with trailers. Some trailers.
Do you know the point of a trailer?
Yeah, it's to make
it's
you
want.
Okay, but wouldn't you think that if the majority of anime is coming out, or more for the male audience, then that they would want to show that in trailers? Because a lot of the other animes that we discussed earlier,
it depends on when they're airing it.
Koi, Tusienko, to
if they want to be taken seriously,
that had the whole boob shit thing, and what was another one?
Fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah, and this one doesn't because it's made by arms.
I'm still giving it.
They totally respect female anatomy.
And I don't know. I'm just gonna try it.
Most of this I'm giving 3 episodes because I
don't want to watch it because I don't want to drop it because then I would never be the golden boy I am.
You don't drop anything.
No, that's why I can't watch it because if I find something I want to drop, then I'll just be devastated.
I don't think you could go to an anime club, could you? Because they would only watch like the first couple of episodes of anything, and then you would technically have to drop it unless you were like, my god, I have to watch all of this right now.
I remember I went to an anime club once, and they showed me what they had, and I just went, oh, so is this all you brought for today? And then they go, no, this is it. And I go, oh. And then I was like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. And then I just drove off.
Fair enough.
It was like a volume 3 of Ouran High School Host Club, like a random one of the 12 volumes of Fullmetal Alchemist, and like Avatar.
Now you see, if I walked into an anime club that I was even somewhat running,
when I
would have walked in
club
with my 2 giant black cases full of DVDs, and that would have been like, okay, I have about 800 DVDs right now in my 2 hands of anime. What genre would you like to see today?
That would be awesome.
That's basically it. That's how I roll.
That would be pretty interesting, actually.
No, that is how I work. Anytime someone comes to my house and we're going to watch anime, I pull up both cases, I throw them down on the table, open them up, and it's just like, pick a genre, and I have something.
So you have cases?
Yeah, I know. I have 2 giant cases that can hold 350 discs each.
Okay, so rather than storing them in the case
situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, rather than storing them in the original cases, you just store them in that.
Yeah, because otherwise
fair enough.
It's because I leave all my original cases at my father's house because then I don't have to worry about dragging them around everywhere because I end up moving every year because I'm still in school. So I keep the cases full of the DVDs so that I can have my entire collection.
That is a really good idea. Like now I'm going to college this summer, and I might do that. That's a really good idea.
Mm-hmm. Like, even when I actually have my own place, I'll probably keep them there, because then I don't, break the cases or anything. I'll still have the cases on, like, a wall or a shelf just to say, this is all the shit I own.
I mean, cases are cool to look at. I mean, it's a proof of your fandom is what it really is.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, you don't really do much more than that. You know, I don't go around, like, touching... Well, Fate Zero, I do a lot of things to that one.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, you can do whatever
Well, you paid for it, man. You have to get your money's worth.
No
a freaking
joke.
$1 a minute.
All $369 worth.
It's $1 a minute, and it was like the best purchase I've ever made. It was so good.
Can I borrow $360 and not return it so I can do the same thing?
I was like, dude, I could I already used that to get Fate Zero Season 2.
Well,
Jesus.
Yeah, total win.
Jesus.
Win.
I just had 2 comments posted on school days. That's weird. We were talking about it earlier, and I'm just got 2 comments on my school days review. It's the most viewed review on my YouTube channel. Is my school days review. I have no idea why, but it is.
Because it's so bad.
It makes no sense to me.
Let's see. What's the?
Obviously, because you loved it so much.
I know, because I loved it so much. It's like the most rage. Maybe I should just find shit that makes me rage, because people seem to enjoy that.
Well, I was about to say, I think that's very true with a lot of things. Is if you're passionate, which anger's a form of passion, then people will watch it.
Well,
if
that's
you just,
the thing.
If you're eccentric.
it's very hard to actually piss me off.
Oh,
there
yeah.
are so many shows that I'm just like, yeah, it's not bad. I can see that there are people
Like, yeah,
that exist that can watch this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, when I watch a show, I'm like, I understand who would like this. Just not for me.
Yeah. But School Days, like, I have no words.
That's not for mankind.
I literally, like, flipped the table. I knocked over my
Which was
camera
winning
while
for me.
recording
I'm
for
like,
this
"All
shit.
right, I have to watch this now. The next series
What is the next series, actually? Daka wa boku wa ichi hide
That
kuzei
woman
wa.
looks just like Akane from
Well,
Kaze no
yeah.
Stigma. So
Okay.
I'm watching it right away.
No, that looks like.
Wait, hold on. I'm doing the breast check. I think the blonde chick has boobs that are bigger than her head, or at
And the
least
other
same
one is
size.
Wait.
actually
Yeah, they're about the same size. They're about the same size, yeah.
Yeah, they're about the same size. So.
Yep.
Oh wait, and I read the last.
Oh,
God,
Sexual Desire.
oh my
Is that
God.
what you read?
I
Oh,
remember
yikes.
this. I remember researching this one. Yeah, I remember this one. It was Kaga Ryusuke is an ecchi high
Jeez.
school boy.
Who's
Oh.
not? You just need to say high school boy. That sums it up. Right
I
there.
love how they say ecchi high school boy. Like, he is that. That is
should've
his
put a
defining
quote right
characteristic is he's ecchi.
Oh my God.
But he's a guy.
He has
He's
an
a guy.
erection. One day, he meets a girl standing alone in the rain. She is Lisavara Restaurant, an elite
Okay.
death. What?
An elite
I was like, did I read that? No, that's definitely death.
So is she like an agent, or
I
is
would
she a
assume that's what
Shinigami,
death
or
means.
Yeah.
I think
death god?
she's a Shinigami, is what I would assume. Who visits the human world in order to find
right.
a singular
Oh,
man.
quote
God.
unquote there.
Focus on
find your singular man today?
Focus the word
Join
on the
our
word
service.
singular, as in he's alone. Ryosuke makes a contact with Lisira, and she sucks enemies required
Yes.
for her
Sucks
activity.
energy.
Energy
And
and sucks energy.
Sucks the energy.
She's an energy
Oh my god,
sucker.
I remember this now.
Energy.
Yeah, she sucks the energy required to act. No, I remember this all now. Yeah, the source of his energy that she sucks Ryosuke's energy, and the source of his energy is his ecchi spirit. To recover his sexual desire, Ryosuke has no choice but to help Lisihara in her search, and so it's kind of
God.
like spiral energy, just more
No, it's more like
angsty
magical
and
circuits.
I
erection.
think I'm just gonna like not watch this.
Just less subtle symbolism.
If I
than
wanted
just-
to watch hentai, I would just go and watch a hentai.
I remember watching the trailer for this, and it was uncensored, and it was an uncensored transformation scene, and it was just at that moment I realized what it was marketing itself for, and I was like, well, fuck. And even better, the company.
It was uncensored in Japan.
Oh yeah,
What?
yeah. No, it was an uncensored trailer. And then I remember Studio Field. I remember that. Well, the thing about them was, which was a really uncreative name for what they've made, because they've made stuff like Kiss X Sis, and they actually made Zakapo, weirdly enough, and Mayochiki, and Corpse Princess
Mayochiki
actually.
was-
Wait, they made Mayochiki? Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm not
yeah,
touching this with
Mayochiki
it. I do
was-
not want to touch this with a
Yeah.
10-foot pole now.
That was like one of the only series
That was
that I watched
pain.
last summer
That was
because
painful.
everything else was horrible. And I actually finished.
So you
Mayochiki,
watched
and I couldn't
Mayochiki
believe
because
that
it
I
wasn't
finished it,
horrible.
And I was like, wow. I don't know.
What?
Like
There are
what?
so
Like
many
what
other better
scene?
things
No, I
from
don't
that
think
season.
So.
What I
So
loved
many
most-
other summer. No, Gosick was spring.
No, like
was
Gosick.
spring.
Gosick.
Sick.
Gosick was a 26er though, wasn't it?
No.
I don't. Wait, that was Bones, right?
Yeah, it was.
I don't know. Bones is weird
Bones.
nowadays.
Yeah,
I miss
Bones
the old
is-
Bones.
I don't know
They need
what's
to stop
happening
making
with
I
Bones.
miss
sequels.
the old bones. Yes, the good old.
Oh,
days.
what about Usagi Drop?
Okay,
Oh
Usagi
yeah,
Drop.
that
Remember
was
when they did
okay. That
original
was alright.
stories?
Usagi Drop. Okay, Usagi Drop.
Okay,
Yeah, it
that's
was
like
good.
higher rated than even like fucking
Okay,
Adolescence upon an
no.
Incline.
Yeah, no, like freaking from the summer. Usagi Drop.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kurose came out.
Oh yeah.
Kamisama no Memo Cho.
Yep.
Penguin
Yeah.
Drum. Dentalian no Shoka.
Yep. Oh, the Italian
I watched,
Shoko,
like, one
Gainax's
episode of that.
attempt
It was
at being
actually
good again.
Good though.
Yeah, which
I
kind
don't
of
know
failed.
why I didn't continue. It's not good.
No, it's not.
I don't know. I
It's
thought the ending.
not
Eh.
like
was really
Gainax
awesome.
standards,
So I was like,
rather.
Whoa.
No, but there are some things I meant to finish. Like I actually meant to finish Kami-sama no
girl
Mamacho,
Alice,
but I never
the
got
one
around
that's on the
to
bed drinking a lot of soda. Yeah, I was like, I actually thought that was really good. And I just didn't finish it.
And you finished Mayochiki, and you didn't finish that
exactly.
or Usagi Drop or Kurose.
Well,
You are so dumb.
this is where I should leave the conversation.
You are so idiot.
Anime reviewer.
Oh my god. I love the director for
Takeo
this anime though. He's so stupid. Like he did like
He's so stupid.
he's so stupid.
Segway.
He's so stupid.
He did cosplayers, Smash Hit, and Yosuga no Sora. But the weirdest part about it, the reason I love him is he did the cult hit Spice and Wolf both seasons.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I know.
What?
Yeah, the same
Hold on.
guy.
The guy that
Bakula,
directed this.
yeah,
We're still talking about this Eche show, right?
Yeah, Takahashi.
The Spice and Wolf, right?
Both seasons of Spice and Wolf, in fact.
Holy, what? Mind blown.
That's why I was like, holy shit. Like, that's why.
He's so stupid.
Wow.
That's why I was like, he's so idiot. Like, what have you done? He was so genius with Spice and Wolf. Like, Spice and Wolf is legitimately a very expertly directed anime.
It
and
is.
It went from
it's just poorly
to
finished,
this.
but it is a poorly finished anime. But what we got was great.
Yeah, but I just can't believe that. If I was to look at this and you were to say Spice and Wolf, I would say no.
This is not Spice and Wolf.
That's
this
impossible.
You couldn't get further from Spice and Wolf.
Well, granted.
She was naked a lot.
Yeah.
She was some Neko Mimi. She was like the
You
definition
guys
of Neko
seem
Mimi,
so
actually.
torn now. So torn and confused.
I just don't get it, though.
Yeah,
I know,
why'd
right?
you have to
It was
throw
just-
that on
It was
us,
all
Holden?
fine.
Why?
We were all having fun bashing. We
Why
were all
couldn't
having
you
so
just let
much.
it go?
We were having so much fun
Now
bashing
there's gonna
it
be
until we
nightmares.
realized it's Spice and Wolf.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow, Holden.
Like
You have blown my mind. I think I actually have to watch 3
I will
episodes of
totally
this now.
watch it. I love to pain myself. And
Oh
this
my
what better way to pain myself than watching this?
Well, I'm going to end up watching most of this, mainly because I do season blogs on my site. And
Oh yeah,
I-
you need
I'm
something.
gonna
I need
to
stuff
read.
to watch and bitch
Like,
about, so this will be perfect for that.
Superficially, most of this anime looks really bad, but the staff for them is actually quite solid on quite a few of them.
Okay, who's the writer?
The writer, I'm trying to think. The writer. Yeah, wait, that doesn't ring any bells. Never mind.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Solid staff, eh?
No, I'm not saying for that one. I'm saying for like the JC staff one, for example.
Okay.
Joshi Haku. It's
Okay,
just
I'm
so
looking
weird.
at the writer. The writer, what else has he done? You keep talking.
Oh
wait, no, he wrote the theme song lyrics for Dragon Ball Z Movie 10.
Oh wait, we
Okay.
let's act like I do not remember that one.
Okay. No, but besides that, let's see. He also did the script for DN Angel. He did the script
wow, interesting.
He did the series composition of Elemental
Glade. Yep.
Glade.
Gillette. It's like Gillette Fusion.
He did the screenplay for both Spice and Wolf. Both
See,
seasons of Spice and Wolf.
I don't get how they went from making Spice and Wolf to this.
He did the series composition for Upote, so I can see how. Freaking Upote.
Upote was a bunch of women transforming into guns.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah. He did the script for Martin's successor, Nezesco.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Oh my god, how the mighty have fallen. Oh, and he did the series composition for Blue Seed.
Blue Seed. Interesting.
Yeah.
He's really degenerated.
He's been around.
He was like
Yes.
he used to be at like the cool kids table.
He did
And
pretty much
now he's at
everything
like
for-
the social reject table.
He did everything for Steel Angel Kurumi, however good that is.
It's lesbians.
Yeah.
No, there's that.
Oh my god, what the hell is wrong with this show? Oh my god.
We'll see. What was the next
Is the
one?
music at least gonna be good? Let's have a look. Who's doing the music?
Oh, Cher. Oh shit, it's Cher. I thought she was retired. Do you believe in
Fail
love
joke.
and love and love? I can feel.
Feel something inside myself.
Yeah, is it? I think it's by Cher. It's
You're strong enough, no.
it's like
Okay,
the Japanese counterpart of Cher, apparently.
Okay, well, this person,
Whoa.
whoever he is, it's actually a guy.
Shit.
He did the music for Prince of Tennis 2.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah. Prince of Tennis.
He did the music for Familiar of Zero, Princess Norondo, which is, I think, like a sequel to the original series.
I think that's the third sequel.
The third sequel.
Yeah.
think
So,
so, yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, the music's not that great.
And I totally remember nothing from that soundtrack.
Yeah, it was quite. I don't think there's like Zero no Tsukaima. It like had so much like hype around it, and then it literally has entirely dissolved. Like I think the final season aired recently, and I've heard absolutely fuck all about it.
Oh, on the plus side, Field
shit.
on the plus side, Field did do some second key animation for Fate Zero, because second key animation, so good. Oh, and they also did in between animation for Spider Riders.
That was like a WB 11 o'clock. That was like a Saturday morning cartoon. That was about like children forcibly domesticating arachnids into like cavalry.
Don't knock it, man. Spider Riders, like, man.
Oh my god.
That shit was da bomb.
Let's see. What else do we got? What's the next one at least? Campione.
I'm gonna like start looking all this up on ANN as we go because I'm out of notes and it's just funner when I know more things. Not that funner is an actual word.
Sure.
But.
Okay.
Jeanne, would you want to read the next one?
A harem love comedy plus magic battles. Oh yeah.
Oh hell yeah! I already like it.
16-year-old high school boy who has once
Bring it
worshiped
on.
God Vetragana and acquired the title of Campione or God Killer. Okay, when he was 15. Erica Brandel is a 16-year-old Italian girl who was a great knight, quote unquote, of the Magic Society Bronze Black Cross, and had fought together with Goto to defeat Vitra whatever. Goto doesn't like fighting, but his title of Campione makes him get involved in battles against other Campiones and uncontrollable gods. Okay.
This sounds like the story of Vash the Stampede. It's
What?
like he
How is
became
this the story
he
of
became
Vash
the
the
humanoid
Stampede?
typhoon, and then he's just like,
He
fuck.
didn't choose to become the human.
But that's I think what happened with this.
Things
I mean,
just kind of exploded
Granted,
around
this is
him.
not going to be nearly as good as
Mm.
Trigon. I'm just saying that's what it sounded like.
Yes.
So just to reiterate the
Yeah,
first
automatically,
line, a harem love
okay.
comedy
Yeah.
plus magic battles.
Yeah,
That is all
straight,
you really
this is
need to
straight
say.
out
On
of the mind of Ken
motorcycles or
Akamatsu
something
is
like
what it
that.
sounds like. Like Ken Akamatsu, this sounds like him, but it's not.
No, it's not Ken Akamatsu because there's not enough girls in it.
That's true. They need at least what? Wait, one second. They got 5. Okay, so they only need like 26.
No,
they need 26
He
more.
went from Love Hina to Negima,
Yeah.
so obviously his next series is going to have about
100,
100 girls
yeah.
in that series.
Well, actually, considering Negima was
just ended.
Well,
Yeah.
no, that was the thing. Negima was his big-ass middle finger to the production company because they were just like, oh my god, you're doing so well with all these wonderful harems. You need to make another one. He's like, but I don't want to do harems anymore. We're like, well, you're going to do harems. So he's like, okay, I'm going to do harems. And the main character's going to be a little boy that can't do shit. So what are you going to do now?
Shinji Ikari was teaching a class of girls. Enough said.
Shinji Ikari was teaching.
He was from England, though. That was the only
Okay.
difference.
Okay, so let's have a look at the staff here. Director, what have you done?
The director...
Azura crying.
he did
my
the Lyrical Girl Nanoha films, but he also did Sakurai.
God.
He pretty much owns Diomeda, the company. He pretty much has done everything that they've like produced. He's directed. He's very weird, to say the least.
What has Diomeda done? Let's see.
They did like the Nanoha movies, Sakurai. That's all.
Bleach.
Bleach, really?
Bleach.
Yeah.
I was
Bleach.
thinking yesterday. This is completely tangent. If Bleach was made like bought by 4Kids, I think they might have renamed it Soap because Bleach is too dangerous.
They might have renamed it Soap.
I thought about it and I was
Okay,
like,
well, the thing with
shit.
Bleach is that the animation for Bleach has been done by pretty much everyone.
I was about to say it's been
And
passed
the actual,
around more
well,
than your
and the
mom.
actual, and the actual animation production for Bleach was done by Studio Period, but still, they did work on it a bit
like,
to a degree.
The screenwriter Juki Honda, Hanada, he did like K-On!, Fate's Stay Night, and like my personal favorite, he actually did the screenplay for Steins Gate. Which,
wait, who are we talking about?
the screenplay writer, Juki Hanada. Well, Hanada, yeah.
Hanada.
Juki Hanada.
He also did the script for He Is My Master. He did the script. Oh, he did the script for Idolmaster, the show that I mentioned earlier that you didn't care about. He did the script for Chobits.
I mean, he's a good script writer.
He did the series composition and script for Rosen Maiden, all of them. He did the scenario for 2 episodes of Slayers randomly.
I mean...
Yeah, okay,
like,
he knows his shit. I will give it to him. He knows
like,
his shit. Oh, he did the script for... He did the series composition for Level E.
Level E, really? By Rumiko Takahashi?
Yeah.
Wow, that's very surprising.
Well, Level E was kind of...
I mean, well, not
we
Rumiko
all went
Takahashi.
along
What
with
the
it
hell
because
am
we
I
don't
saying?
know. You're supposed to be the encyclopedia
Whoa.
here.
No, Rumiko Takahashi, she made Inuyasha. I was trying to think of the guy who made Hunter x Hunter, and
Yu Yu Hakusho, is that right?
yeah, Yu Hakusho, yeah.
Yeah.
This was like his in between between the two of them. But I said Rumiko Takahashi, which is just wrong.
Oh, he did the series composition for Footprints in the Sand as well. H20.
I mean,
I didn't like that ending. That was a shit ending.
It's like the studio themselves have done like Squid Girl and like a lot of other stuff, and like Boku Rano and Sola. But
Sola, the show that I've like started to watch 5 times and failed watching all 5 times.
But they did Boku Rano, which was actually quite a good series.
I never finished Boku Rano.
Boku Rano is one of those series that, yeah, you just forget about it. Like, you'll watch it, and you'll find nothing wrong with it, but you'll just forget about it. You're like, oh, shit. I was watching that.
It's because it was so slow.
It was
like,
very
Jesus
slow. I have to agree.
Christ.
It was like, here is what's happening. And it would take a whole episode to reiterate the plot from the last episode.
Well, at least it's not as bad as like Wolf's Rain that spends an entire disc recapping the 2 discs that came before it.
I want to watch Wolf's Rain because it has an awesome opening. And it's by Bones.
And it's by Bones when they were good.
Yeah, it's like it's got a lot of stuff going for them for it. But no, I'll watch this
as well.
Okay, let's see. What has Mr. Composer Music done? Because I always like thinking about music. Same music for The Future Diary, Mideka Box, and Spider Riders.
Oh, hell yeah!
And he also did the music for Requiem for the Phantom.
Future Diary and Phantom.
Wow, how impressive.
Yeah, so actually I think I might enjoy
Don't
this
go
show.
there.
Future Diary was so... Well, actually, Future Diary, the thing about it was that it's not the music, it's the characters.
Come on.
The characters...
It was good.
But the music was
just
good.
It was just good. That's what the series was. It was not...
Yeah. It had
The
so much
music
potential.
was
and
awesome.
it didn't
La la la
Like,
la
yeah,
la, I'm
it
not
hasn't seen
listening.
It just
La
tripped.
la 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 la. Blah,
It's
blah,
not
blah, blah,
bad.
blah,
I haven't
blah,
even
blah,
seen
blah,
it.
blah, blah, blah,
I
blah,
refuse to
blah,
watch it.
blah, 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 blah,
All right.
blah,
Anyway,
blah, blah,
even
blah,
though
blah, 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 blah,
I don't
blah,
know.
blah, blah, blah,
Spoil
blah.
it.
How do we
Spoil
make
it
him
for
stop?
The record's broken.
Okay, moving on.
Animation.
Moving on.
Yeah.
By Toei.
Toei.
Toei animation.
They haven't done. Whoa, wait.
Toei? Like
That's-
One Piece?
Toei.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not watching it. Done.
So, like, One
what's
Piece.
what's the next
No,
one?
come
We,
on.
we can skip that one.
Why are we skipping? No. Wait. Why are we skipping?
No, I refuse to talk about it. It's just, come on.
Okay. We'll skip it and we'll go to Dog Days, comma.
Dash. Comma dash.
They own the days. Those are their days.
No, this is the second season. So
The
you have
days
to-
are possessive.
You have to notice. Yeah. You have to notice the freaking. Oh my god.
It's possessive.
Because they're trying
The
to be so
apostrophe
original with
there.
sequel titles now.
I was going to say,
as
like,
have
we
already
need proper
established.
punctuation. The thing about this is, like, Dog Days, it looks really good on paper, but it's just, like, the execution isn't that good. It's, like, it's a goofy fantasy series, kind of like Slayers, but it's
What?
just...
Oh,
No,
my
take that back.
goodness.
No, you didn't let me finish. It's the fact that Slayers portrayed its fantasy so well and made you want to watch it, Whereas this uses fantasy as an excuse for unexplainable events. Like, Slayers has this system that works to it, whereas this is like, oh, we don't know how to explain this, so we're just going to use the fantasy, like, enigma that we have, like, we can just say, it's the fantasy. They use it as, like, their fail-safe when the plot writers can't do anything. I'm not defending Dog Days, but if you've watched the first season,
I've seen the first episode, that's it. I stopped.
It's like...
I've just seen clips of it. It looks like it's got an interesting concept.
Like, yeah, the concept on paper looks really good. And, like, the director himself is actually really quite amazing. It's Junichi Nishimura, who is the director of, like, Neuro Rise of the Yokai Clan, the later episodes of Ranma Half, and Samurai Deeper Kyo. My personal favorite was, though, he directed True Tears, which is what's so weird, is that I don't get... Like, he would be, like, theoretically...
But I didn't like True Tears.
Theoretically, he's a good pick for this, because he has his fantasy background and, like, his history and whatnot. But I just don't see, like, 7 arc... Like, I guess it's just 7 arc. Like, I don't care for them.
Alright. So, continuing to Sword Art Online, and I'm gonna watch this.
This might
definitely.
I don't know.
Yeah.
This might be anime of the season. I don't know why.
Well,
this does look really good.
It looks really good.
It doesn't need to look really good. Read the music line. Yuki Kadra. End of story. This is gonna be amazing.
I
Done.
mean, well, we should probably read it. A genius programmer named Kazuto or Kirito Kiriyaga enters the virtual reality massively multiplayer online world called Sword Art Online. There is no escape from this world unless the player clears the game. However, getting a game over results in death of the player. This sounds like .hack sign done right.
Which is why I am so glad that Yuki Kadra is the music writer, because she did the music for
did.
.hack.
Oh yeah, she did. Holy shit.
She did.
Oh my god.
This makes so much sense.
This is a reunion.
I know. So, but there were a lot of things, even in .hack, that I just really wish they expanded more upon. Because .hack was just talking heads. That's all it was.
I mean,
there was no animation in it at all. It was just lip sync. That was it.
The writer of it, Reki Kawahawa, he did Excel World, and that's airing now.
Wait. There's a writer? According to this,
well,
the writer is NA.
The original.
Not applicable.
The manga. The manga one, I mean.
Okay, the manga.
The story, the light novel, it was written by the same guy, Reiki, he was the same guy who does Excel World. It's very similar in the fantasy aspect. I mean, in the technology aspect, but this is more or less a fantasy world, whereas Excel World is more of a
Mortal Kombat.
Like a combat future thing. But I think that what they only use technology in this series as an excuse for like having things work, like the whole game system and whatnot, and like massively multiplayer and whatnot. But the director himself, Tokihiro Ito, I think that he is a perfect choice. His prior works include Occult Academy, and but the main thing that I think is good about him is that he was assistant director to Momura Hosoda. Okay, so but he worked with him on The Girl Who Left Through Time and Summer Wars, and I think working on Summer Wars could greatly help him with this anime because of like the whole digital world aspect of Summer Wars. Like, I think that if anyone can do a good job, it would be Momura Hosoda. But the next big thing, I think it would be this guy. Like, I think that he can do it. I totally believe in him.
Okay, the thing that has me worried, though, is that the majority of his credits is not directorial at all.
No,
most of it's all storyboarding.
It's just Occult Academy.
That is the thing that has me slightly worried, is the fact that he's not really... This is almost like a breakthrough directorial debut for him.
Almost, yeah.
So that has me slightly worried. I'm not gonna lie.
The fans have been bitching about how this is made by A1 Pictures and Excel World was made by Sunrise.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like A1 is actually a better choice in this case for this anime than Excel World. Excel World was good with Sunrise because Sunrise is like mecha and technology and the future. And I feel like this is a good choice for A1 because A1 does good fantasy and stuff.
Yeah, because they totally did like Fairy Tail and Fractal and what else did they do? I'm just naming off the top of my head. What else did they do? Oh, they did Valkyria Chronicles,
yes,
didn't they?
Did. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, I totally.
Yeah,
forgot.
they did.
Yeah.
Like and that was actually really good animation. I like that.
I think they're actually a really good choice for the fantasy setting presented in Sword Art Online. So I'm very interested. I think this is probably the biggest anime of the season, or the most anticipated.
Wait, no, A1 Pictures. They did Sound of the Sky, didn't they?
Yes, they also did Sound of the Sky.
Okay, yeah. Now I'm totally interested.
They also did Anohana. That's all I can think of right now.
I haven't opened up now. What else did they do? Yeah, Anohana. A bunch of in-between animations. They did Birdie, the Mighty Decode,
Oh
Big
my
Wind
God,
Up.
I love that show.
Oh yes,
Love
they
it.
did do that.
I love Decode.
Completely, yeah.
They did Black Butler.
Decode is one of those shows that I forget about because I haven't seen it.
It's
but
I forget about because I haven't seen it.
But
I just recently watched that actually. It's quite underrated.
Yeah.
I came in with zero expectations
but
and it was actually really
because
good.
I recently watched the OVA of it and I thought that was really good. So then I thought, oh my God, we're giving this the people who made Anohana, like, win. Like, this is gonna be awesome.
Yeah. So who knows? I would actually be more worried if it was given to Sunrise, because Sunrise is usually hit and miss.
Very much so. I greatly agree with that. You know, they could make a Code Geass, or they could just completely.
No, it's a matter of if mech's involved, it might be halfway decent. If not, you have no idea.
You're right. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, if there's mechs, true, very true. That's like Tiger and Bunny. That was like
yeah,
mechs.
because if anyone's gonna do mechs, you give it the Sunrise, and if you can't give it the Sunrise, you give it the State Light. Other than that,
pretty much, yeah, definitely. What's the next one? Kokoro Connect.
Yeah,
which totally
that's
screams
exactly
we
want to
be like Kyoto Animation.
I thought
from
of
that age.
K-On!
Not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
right away.
Yeah.
The very superficially, it looks like a typical show. I do agree. The love,
yeah.
and teen pentagonal comedy.
A pentagonal
We're
comedy.
not talking about love triangles
Whoa.
here. We are talking about
Whoa.
motherfucking 5 corners. Oh my god.
Wow.
These triangles.
Follows the strange phenomenons at the Yashima Hiroshi Academy Culture Club, starting with 5 males and female club members switching bodies with each other. Oh my god, so this sounds like this really old hentai called Body Transfer.
Yeah.
So I've
Done by previously aforementioned arms.
real talk here. This sounds just like his long hentai.
In all seriousness, guys. In all
seriousness, I thought, what was it? I'm trying to remember what Body Transfer was about.
Body Transfer. If I can recall
I
correctly,
think Body Transfer was about.
it was some agricultural club. No, it was from not some agriculture.
It was no. It was
Yeah,
archaeology. Shit.
a bunch of archaeology students.
It's
they
very
found some
ironic how it's
artifact,
about studying bones, and
Yeah.
that's what they do a lot of.
and they found this artifact that
They could make them
raises...
switch bodies upon orgasm. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, stupid shit. Okay, enough
No.
of
It
my
wasn't just on
depressing
orgasm.
past.
It like switched them all around first, and the only way that they could switch back.
You're
was by
right.
orgasm.
Yep.
That's what it was.
That was a long time ago. Those were my darker days. But see, it's directed by Shin Onuma. So he directed Baka to Test and C Cubed, but more importantly, he directed
Wow.
the F A Tale of Memories and Melodies.
That is
or
like
EF,
one of the
depending on-
most beautiful.
Yeah, I know, right?
I've
Really?
ever seen.
So I'm very.
Not that matters. Sorry.
So I'm very, I'm definitely keeping this on my radar. No, because I feel like, well, he also recently directed Tasagari Otomi X Amnesia, which the latter half of is actually fairly well done, and I really like. But the first
If
six
it wasn't
episodes-
for the first half, that totally bored the shit.
the
out of
first 6 are really shitty. But it's like he gets dramedy and comedy. Like he knows
dramedy.
Like
Dramedy.
yeah, he gets dramedy. Like I get that. So I'm actually really interested to see what he does with this series because pentagonal. I mean,
Like holy crap.
this is like. There's so much shit he could do with this.
This will revolutionize the anime industry.
But I'm not
Like-
gonna lie, like we brought up body transfer, but that's kind of what you think about. If you have guys and girls that switch bodies with each other,
Oh, yeah,
any body
yeah,
switching story
any-
that I have
if
ever
it-
read in my life has always ended up to the guy going, "I wonder what this
I
body can
wonder
do."
what this does. Like
Yeah,
I have a cut between my legs. That is very odd. I should inspect this. Like
My body is ready.
It's just I don't know. The thing is like Silver Link Studio, over the past few years, a majority of their anime have actually been directed by Shin Onuma, so he actually knows them and has quite a good relationship with the company themselves. So I think that he'll have a good eye, like as far as like camera angles and whatnot. I think that like they'll be able
angles.
Well, yeah.
From where?
I'm
exactly?
saying like cinematic,
down up?
like cinematographically, like they should be able to work with him very well because they've worked with each other so much before.
Oh, you would hope so.
But yeah, superficially, we all have to admit it looks dumb. Like it looks like it's trying to be K-On.
A K-On crossed with body transfer. Like what the heck?
If you liked K-On and you liked body transfer, boy, did we have a show for you.
K-On with hentai. Yes, sounds very interesting.
Okay. I finally got to the freaking page about Silver Link. I'm looking up what they've done. A lot of in-betweens and finishings. I'm trying to find something that I actually recognize. It's just animation production. Oh, they did Penguin Drum. No, wait, that was just cooperation. Hold on. That was wrong. A bunch of stuff I don't know. A bunch of stuff I don't know. Too many. Yeah, I don't know anything.
Yeah.
Anything that they've actually done the animation production for, I don't know anything.
Yeah, they're pretty
But they've done a crap ton of finished animations and in-betweens and second keys.
Let's see, what else do we got? Next we got...
Another Sunrise show.
Oh, yes, Kyokai Senjo no Horizon, the second season. So, the first season of this show was... It sounds really cool. Like, it's about post-apocalyptic Earth facing population crisis and how, like, people are even, like, living on a battleship and they're just, like, going around.
I'm not gonna lie, that image looks a lot more colorful for a post-apocalyptic anime.
Well, see, what it's about is that since we're having overpopulation, since the whole world, like, everything but Japan remains... So it's kind of like... it's
convenient.
It's kind of like this old anime called Rosaphon, where Rosaphon, there's this thing called Tokyo Jupiter, and Japan was just isolated, but that's a completely different story. But the thing is Japan's like... So, 6 billion people, Japan, problem, ensue. So what it is it's like they're trying to recreate history in the hope that population will go down. So they're literally going back and like trying to reenact history. And then there's people who just don't want to. Like, it sounds really good, but I just have never heard about it. Like, I've never heard anyone talk about Senjo no Horizon. So it's like, I don't think that Sunrise might have done a bad job, but I just... Knowing Sunrise, I think that it's probably just poorly executed. But if it finishes and does I would want it to finish before I decide whether or not to watch it or not, since this is 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't want to get anything that has like 5 seasons. So if it definitely ends after the season, I very well might check it out because it sounds really good. But maybe it's just executed poorly. You know, there's a lot of things that could go wrong. The director was the director of A-Channel and Dragonaut Resonance. He's still fairly unknown. But the weird thing is that it's Sunrise, you know. Sunrise is so hit and miss, you know. They could make a Cowboy Bebop or Code Geass, or they could turn around and make a Gintama, you know. They're just very unpredictable in my eyes.
I would argue that Sunrise didn't make Cowboy Bebop. Bones made Cowboy Bebop before they left Sunrise and made Bones.
Wait. Watanabe, Shinichiro Watanabe. So wait, he worked for Bones before he went to Sunrise. The director of...
You got it backwards.
The director of Bebop, did he leave Bones with the idea of Bebop? Because I've never heard this. This sounds very interesting.
No, Bones was created.
I've heard like...
No, Bones was created from old people that used... Well, not old people, but like a group of people from Sunrise left Sunrise and created Bones. That is how Bones came to be.
I have heard that, yeah. Because
that's why the Cowboy Bebop movie was animated by
that makes
Bones.
sense. Yeah. Okay, that makes a lot of sense actually.
Yeah.
Because that would explain like Darker Than Black and stuff then as well.
Yeah.
Wow, I miss Bones even more now.
Back in the old days of Bones, yeah.
Let's see, what else do we got?
Studio Madhouse.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm very happy about saying their name as on an anime title, not a movie, which is really good. let's see, what is this? Oda Nanabu no Yaburu.
Granted, they're collaborating with Studio Gokumi. So who knows?
Who wants to read this one?
The historical romantic comedy follows 17-year-old high schooler, person whose name I cannot pronounce, who one day time travels to the to the Sengoku period, where all the major samurai lords are cute girls.
Okay, so far it's based on 100% historical fact. So please continue.
It's basically from what I'm gathering from this, it's historical fact, except everybody's been gender bent now. That is it. That is what I'm getting.
The problem that I have...
Good to know they're getting history right for once.
It's a good thing that, we were properly getting that, America lost World War II. No.
Yes.
I'll still love that anime. It's I think it's called Samurai Girls, or no, wait, it's called something like that. It's like Kyoka Samurai Girls. But I remember the opening scene was a bunch of Japanese women cutting, bombers out of the sky from the UN, and I remember, that actually happened. But no, it sounds pretty generic. It's not something that I don't think I haven't seen before. But what excites me the most is Studio Madhouse, definitely.
Mm-hmm. But they're collaborating. What's Gokumi done?
What is the actual last series they've done?
High School of the Dead, I think.
Is it High School of the Dead?
I think so. It was that long ago. Yeah, it was like 2010. But movie
2010, yeah.
Movie wise, I couldn't even tell. I think I couldn't even tell you movie wise.
Movie wise, they've done.
I think it was that one 43-minute movie that's really well done. Shit. Yeah, it starts with the H. Remember that?
Yeah.
Starts with an H. Ooh.
Start with a name. Wait, I better go on my anime list.
Go on my anime list.
I remember that it was actually really quite well done. That's the only. But I remember it starts
I thought
it's like Hori. It's like Hore something. Shit.
This is gonna piss me off.
To Wikipedia, please say you have released by year.
Oh my god.
Whoa! According to Wikipedia, in January 2012, Madhouse announced their acquisition to the animation rights of the Peanuts comic strip. What?
Yeah,
what?
I do remember that, and I remember going, wow, the people who made Redline, we should animate the Peanuts. Go figure.
What just happened?
I think too much of the staff died in the production of Redline, and so we're forced to animate the Peanuts.
They go from freaking Satoshi Kon masterpieces to
the Peanuts.
Wow, like nothing against Peanuts. Peanuts was brilliant.
Well,
but...
I mean, they did make, granted, every Momo Hosoda movie so far, or rather the good ones, Summer Wars, Girl Who Lived Through Time. Back in the day, they did Monster. They used to even Black Lagoon.
Lagoon.
Yeah, they used to be a formidable.
Death Note.
Yeah, Death Note. Like,
how could we forget Death Note?
No, they did Death Note. Okay, now let's go down through the list. Everything that Madhouse has done that's actually pretty freaking. They did Beyblade. Oh my god.
I'm trying to think recently though.
Beyblade, Black Lagoon, Boogie Pop Phantom, Cardcaptor Sakura, Casherin Sins. Chihaya Furu, Chobits, Claymore, Death Note, Deno Coil, New Line, what else have they done? Girl Who Leapt Through Time, Gungrave, Hunter x Hunter.
I mean...
High School of the Dead, if you want to call it that. Common No Maid Guy.
It's
I don't know if anybody else has seen
back,
that.
Rather.
But that was a good thing. They did Monster, Nana, Ninja Scroll.
If we want to go really far back,
Kiss,
we can say Legends of the Galactic Hero.
Or Final Fantasy Legend of the Crystals, if you want to go really far back.
Like Hellsing Ultimate, like they were
Trigun.
They were really good. Nana. I just don't know what happened, to be honest. They even made Beck. Wow, I'm surprised.
Wait, how did I not?
Well, they've done the Marvel animes recently as well.
Oh, that's
like,
what it was.
Batman.
Yeah. Okay.
Batman.
Yes, that's what.
That I was like, when did it? I was like, what's with the decline? I was like, that's all awesome. Now I remember. Yeah, it was Blade, X-Men, Wolverine, and Iron Man. Yeah.
No, and Batman, Gotham Knight.
Yes, that's true.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's the thing is the plot for this is like I'm sad. I'm sad because it's like they're coming back. Yeah, that's great, but they're coming back with this, and
coming back with another historical.
Yeah, like
some High School of the Dead. They learned that they could make money from
High School of the Dead.
tits.
yeah,
Yes.
like it was just it's
Well, they're actually fairly well animated tits.
yeah, that's
you can
true.
give 'em that.
They can dodge bullets.
that break the laws of physics.
But like they made freaking Metropolis.
It's like the thing about them is like I feel like the history genre nowadays is just an excuse to have like women that have like boob plates.
History.
Have you
genre.
watched
Have
you watched Sengoku Basara?
Sengoku
Like
Basara?
that?
No, I've heard about it though.
Yeah.
Like that? Like, oh my god, what? That is how I describe it. Oh my god, what?
I remember this. It's like I don't like how the history genre, or rather, the lack of history, because I liked like there's this old show called the Romance of the 12 Kingdoms, and I thought it was really good, and it's just like in Rurouni Kenshin and stuff, and it's just so weird to see all like it's suddenly changed so much to like Queen's Blade and like Sacred Blacksmith, and it's just recently it's just so different than it used to be.
Can we pause for a second?
Yeah.
Where did Jeanne go?
Is she still here?
Oh, I feel so bad.
Oh my god!
We've just been talking for
It's
so
just
long.
the way that we didn't give a fuck. Jeanne, we still love you. Oh my god.
She dropped
God.
call and nobody noticed. Oh god.
Holy shit. Is she even on? 1 second, I'll check if she's online. No, she's
not.
Oh my god. We are the sharpest tools in the shed.
No, I only noticed that because I was like, she hadn't talked in a while. But I was like, oh, that's fine, because Gigguk didn't talk that much in the beginning. And then I was just like, wait,
Yeah.
but she hasn't talked at all. Like, not even grunts are just going, And I was like, wait, she's not on call anymore. She's offline.
I was kind of suspicious because I wasn't hearing the well.
Yeah.
So did she drop because, like, she lost connection or something? Or did we say something?
Probably.
I
Or maybe we were just talking about nothing she knew about.
she was just like,
Well, we're kind of talking about nothing any of us really
Well-
know about because we haven't seen these shows.
Well,
I mean, it's weird though because we're so close to the end.
Yeah. Well, then again,
Yeah.
for all we know, she just, like, she dropped, like,
how long has this been going on for? 2 hours.
yeah.
So yeah.
That's really weird. What do you think we should do?
We should just finish up, I guess.
Okay, I think
We're so close to the end, we might as well.
Yeah, I think we should just try to finish. If she
I just
gets
feel
back
bad.
online, we'll just call her. In closing,
Wow,
I don't
okay.
think it will be anything special, which is sad because I miss Madhouse.
We all miss Madhouse.
We
Madhouse,
miss Bad House.
if
We miss
Madhouse,
Bones.
if you're listening to
We
this,
miss Sunrise.
We
We
miss
miss a lot of
please
things.
come back.
Yes, please. Come back. Come back to us, please.
Then again,
I will
we have
welcome
Silver
you
Fox
with
now.
open arms. I mean, the movies are great and all, but there was something just magical about their series. Like, I think that
Yeah.
if any company was to get more people into fans, I think it was Madhouse. It was when you watched an anime, it was just anime. But when you watched a Madhouse anime, it was something special. It made you want to watch more. It was just so epic and over the top in every way that you were like, "Oh, hell yeah, we need this." And
See, I would say the word epic has gone down.
oh yeah, that's true.
When used to describe anime. I mean, you have Fate Zero, but apart from
Yeah,
Well, there's also Steins Gate. That was epic.
that's true.
that is true, but that started off so
Rocky,
Yeah,
so rocky. Yeah.
rocky. Yeah.
It was like 7 episodes of we have bananas. Do you know I'm gonna?
Jelly
I will
bananas.
argue that the thing that got me into that show was episode 1. Episode 1 was good.
It was the scene whenever, spoiler alert, she gets murdered, and I was like,
Yeah, and then like at the end of the show,
Okay, we
she's
can talk-
standing
wait,
there,
wait,
and he's
wait.
like, "What?"
Ironically enough, Jean's not here, so we can talk about spoilers.
okay. No, but it was a good show. If you haven't seen Steins Gate, I highly recommend watching any review on it, preferably any of our 3 reviews, or better yet, all 3 of our reviews. And then that should be enough for you to know that, yeah, you should probably go watch it. But we're not gonna. We have reviews on that, so we don't really need to review it right now. What's next? I've actually heard of this series, but I've never seen it, and that's Hoku Oki. I think it's how it's pronounced. Hoku Oki. But this is the 3rd season, so it's Reimei Roku. I've always viewed this series as like a shoujo Rurouni Kenshin thing.
That's what it looks like.
And it's like Studio Dean's done it's made them quite a lot. I mean, it's 3 seasons. I mean, they've got to be doing something right. They got the same director as before, you know. It's the Studio Dean. It's ironic because they did animate Rurouni Kenshin back in the day, so they're more than capable of doing this. Mm-hmm. And if you've seen the first 2, you're gonna watch this. But
well, pretty much, yeah.
Like, but if you wanted Rurouni Kenshin to be more shoujo, then I would recommend watching the series, or at least giving it a shot. That's totally on speculation, so don't take that. Don't say that I told you to do it.
No Holden spam.
No, it is. You have to work for that.
Mm-hmm.
On a side note, this is if you have, since actually I haven't used it yet. I made a new stamp. It's called the Holden Personal Favorite stamp, which I've used once before on Steins Gate. But I revamped it, and it has just like this homosexual rainbow on it, and it looks awesome.
Wait, are we talking about an actual physical stamp, or is it just an image that you post on things?
It's the image that I use in my reviews.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of doing something similar for Certified Frosty.
Because it's not like Fate Zero's about to get one nudge, nudge, wink, wink, but...
I know. God, I need
It's gonna get 10.
It's gonna get 10.
It's gonna, spoiler alert, get 11 out of 10.
11 out of 10.
Go watch Fate Zero now. Like, seriously, stop watching this. Go watch Fate Zero.
Oh, excuse me, I gotta go turn off this recording and go watch Fate Zero.
Like, go watch Fate Zero. It's that good.
Yeah.
But
go watch Fate Zero and then come back and listen to us.
Pause this, open a new tab, and go find a legal streaming site using Crunchyroll.com, and go watch it.
Then come back and continue on.
Yeah.
All in the same day.
So
we don't care that it's like 2 seasons long.
Yeah.
Go do it anyway.
We'll wait.
Yes.
We'll wait. Okay, waiting over.
Oh, wait, no, we're not.
Waiting over. Ebiten Kuru Su Ewaga Kurakotan no Tembu revolves around a high school boy who wanted to join a high school's astronomy club, but mistakenly joins the school's club for Fujishi, which is like it's girls otaku. But
let's be honest. Who actually wants to join an astronomy club nowadays?
It's the way that he joins it and he doesn't realize. Like, when I think of astronomers, I think of, well-educated individuals.
And freaking, like, telescopes, and their club room is the roof of the school.
But it's the way that he doesn't even realize that he joined an all-girls otaku club by accident. Like, is he like...
How can he even join an all-girls otaku club? Because he's not a girl. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, there's so many things that I just don't get.
Where do all-girl otaku clubs exist?
Please, tell us.
Please, tell
They
us.
exist on the internet.
I would love to make a harem of my own, but I have yet to do so.
I get all of the bitches. I just join the club.
I would be like, want to see my hard drive? Girl, you just turned my floppy disk into a hard drive, girl.
And then be like, what's a floppy?
And I'll be like, shut up, girl. I like it when you don't talk.
There's too many people I know that have absolutely no idea what a 3.5-inch floppy drive is.
Yeah, that's
sad.
Welcome to our generation. Hideki Okuma.
It's a new generation now.
The director was the director of the 2nd season of Da Capo. I honestly haven't heard about much other than that. But it's by AIC Classic, one of the 7 subsidiaries of AIC. Trying to drill that into you if you didn't know by now.
There's so many subsidiaries of AIC.
Yes.
So, it's not gonna be like genre defining or anything.
No, I wouldn't guess.
But see, like, the thing about it is that it kind of makes me sad to see this kind of anime even exist, because you know that this caters just specifically to the otaku market. And like I miss the anime that actually, because like they're doing it to make money. Like it's simple, but it's just that back in the day, whenever they were making anime, because they had an awesome story that they wanted to tell, and using such a medium as anime to do so.
Well, you say that, but that's because, as we mentioned before, all we remember from the old days is the golden stuff. We don't remember all the shit.
I'm sure there were many otaku pandering.
Yeah, I'm totally like Otaku no Video. There was something even about that. Yeah, totally.
Otaku no Video.
Oh my god. Oh no, I mean there's an actual OVA called Otaku no Video. No, like not even. Look on Mal. I'm not referencing Brent Newhall, but shout out to Brent Newhall. You're a cool guy. I respect you. But yeah, it's also an actual thing. But
yeah, I have heard about that actually.
Yeah, it's Gainax, yeah.
Yeah, it was like Genshiken before Genshiken was.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. I like how the final panel has 2 series that are each half. Like that is how important they are.
So not important at all.
They're
because you got freaking Milky Holmes.
I was gonna say you have Milky Holmes Alternative 1. You know,
a new Milky Holmes TV anime special. That's all they describe it with. That's all they need to describe.
The thing is, Maji de Otaku not English. Okay, I want to watch that. That sounds so hilarious. It's a short anime that teaches English with cute characters, voiced by Japanese women.
Now,
this sounds like honest, English the anime. Like,
to be honest, I do remember a similar show that was designed to teach otaku how to exercise.
Oh,
yes, I do remember.
Yes.
No joke. I was about to say, I think I remember that. Yeah,
I remember the majority of that being carefully placed breast shots of this girl exercising.
Camera angles.
Stanley Kubrick.
Which was then followed by a sequel where she was teaching everybody how to sleep.
Oh, dude. I need that.
Was it.
I have insomnia.
That was it. That was the show.
Making money.
It was her sleeping. That was what the episode entailed. Her sleeping.
I want to watch it though because it has English. That's the only reason why. I love English. It's such a beautiful thing to hear. So now we're at OVAs no IDs, which I'm pretty sure we're not going to talk about all of the OAVs no IDs.
Well, mainly because they're OAVs of either shows we haven't seen or
like
Gundam don't care about.
The ones I like to mention are Gundam Unicorn. You know, I love what Gundam Unicorn is trying to do. You know, story-wise for the Universal Central, and also that it has a dual worldwide release of dub English and dub Japanese with English subs, worldwide simultaneous. I think that's like the coolest thing I've heard about, like marketing-wise, in a very long time. That's so cool in my eyes.
Indeed, I will agree.
Because it's the Japanese directors like personally hand select English voice actors, and I'm like, dude, that's so fucking cool. Like they are making anime the way that they want it to be made. Because sometimes, yeah, you might have like an English dub where not exactly what they had in mind, like Elfen Lied or something. Like
no, like any time you tried to dub a moe show.
Yeah, it's like
freaking canon.
Like, but I really like what it's trying to do. You know, that's really cool. Let me just look and see over. If I see any more that make any sense. Okay, I just read that tightrope, and I was totally not even gonna lie. I thought it said tight rape, and I saw 2 guys. Okay, like this.
Where are you looking?
The second column from the right, second row down, tightrope. I totally misread that, and I was like appalled for a second. Okay, well let's.
Okay,
we're looking at that.
Okay, well
let's
see.
Image.
There's the Nunnally in Wonderland Code Geass thing.
Definitely.
That I'm just like, okay, if you're going to do a Code Geass OVA, why don't you do that really awesome story wherein Nunnally was the one that get the Geass powers,
the nightmare of
not
Nunnally.
her brother.
Yeah, the nightmare of Nunnally with Nemo the mech. Yeah, that was actually really cool.
That would be freaking amazing.
But we are getting Kogia's Gaiden Bokuto Aiken, not Bokuto, Bokoku, no, Akito, which is Akito the Exiled. I think this is what it used to be called, Akito the Exiled. The thing about it is that I've been waiting for Kogias for about 4 years now. Even if, all the faults in Code Geass, which I admit Code Geass has its faults. It's made by Clamp.
Quite a few of them.
It's made by Clamp. That's my major one. Is that imagine this if it was done by the character designers at Bones. like I would have been like it would have been amazing because Bones has that thing where even side characters look important in Bones series. Like in Darker Than Black, you don't know who's gonna die based upon their character design. You know what I mean? like you can tell when it's generic terrorist C. Like in the opening scene of Darker Than Black, you have this guy named Lewis, and he's blonde, and he's like breaking his fingers, and he's running away from the cops, and it's working, and he looks important. And then it's just the way that he gets choked in the first 3 minutes. Like, they do such good job with character designs.
Granted, he is important, as found out later on.
Yeah, but I don't want to spoil the series too much. I've only watched about 5 episodes anyway, because I watched the second season first. Because I wanted to get the worst out of the way, so I did.
Wow.
Did you watch?
Oh hell yeah! Lathan Crow sold me.
Yeah.
It was good. I liked it.
Yeah, it was good.
But I like the series too.
At least you got the shit out.
Yeah,
of
I
the way
know.
before you got
It's
the
kind
good.
of
I haven't
like
seen
Ava.
season 2 yet. Everybody's been telling me to watch season 2 because they know I'm gonna hate it. Because
Well,
I
they are
didn't
good
really like
friends.
Well, no, it's because I gave kind of a meh rating to the first season, so they were just like, well, if you think the first season's meh, you're gonna hate the second season.
Yeah, but I mean, it's Code Geass. It's got so much going for it that at least the OVA does. It's 4 OVAs. It's by Yoko Kanno. The music is. It's directed by Kazuki Akane, who did Visions of Escaflowne and Knowing To Your Other Self, I think is what the subtitle for that anime was called. And he also directed Birdie the Mighty Decode. So I think, it's an OVA. It's not just like Code Geass, the original. So I think, yeah, what the hell, give it to him. Like, he's a good director. I would love to see what he can do with Code Geass, Can't wait for it. To be honest, that's the one OVA that I'm really looking forward to.
I would say that I'm looking forward to the Tales of Symphonia ones as they're done by Ufotable, but
Shit, I want to watch them now.
But considering the fact that the previous Tales of Symphonia OVAs were kind of crap because they're attempting to crunch a 20-hour RPG game into 4 episodes.
If I've played the game, I don't watch the anime. So I just stopped.
Yeah.
And I have played the game.
And the game was brilliant.
And I still didn't watch the anime.
The game was
brilliant.
Oh my god, yeah.
I
I've played the game and it was awesome. I loved it. That was the reason I owned a GameCube.
Yeah, it was. It was the reason I got my GameCube as well.
Oh my god, such a good game.
It was the highlight of my game.
It was
still, that
it
and
is,
Skies of Acadia. That and Skies of Acadia.
It's probably still in my GameCube. Let's see, what we got for movies? Movies, there's actually not that many.
Blood Sea.
Blood Sea. The thing,
Berserker.
Blood Sea actually looks really interesting because it's
I never got interested in Blood Sea. I thought Blood Sea was boring
I hate
as
Blood
shit.
Sea. Blood Sea's Clamp's attempt at again ruining shit that I like because Clamp loves to toy with shit I love and make it worse. Clamp is like, Holden from Holden Reviews. We need to make his life worse. So they just constantly do it, but it's
No, okay. Besides Blood Sea, what other examples do you have?
Code Geass, make it by Bones, and it would have been fine. I would have loved it even more.
But technically, Clamp only did the design, so that made everybody in Code Geass have limbs twice as long than they needed
No,
to
but
be.
I'm saying that's the thing I didn't like
Looked
about
like
it.
an anorexic.
Yeah.
No, I love the story of Code Geass. I love Code Geass, but that's the one thing I always hated was that everyone looks like noodles.
It's not as bad as Triple X Holic, though. Triple X Holic, everybody's like Jack Skeleton.
Yeah, I just like I get it. Like it works in some places. Like I haven't seen it, but I haven't like watched it, but I've seen things for Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicles, and I'm like, yeah, that looks fine. Like that works. And so like Chobits and
Cardcaptor Sakura.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen that, but yeah, it works. Yeah,
Angelic Lair.
Like and Cobot and Kobato and like stuff like that. Like it works, but I didn't like how they tried to use a really serious anime and they just made it look like Clamp. It didn't work in my mind.
Yeah, like I watched like the first 3 or 4 episodes of Blood Sea, and when they were action scenes,
have you seen Blood
scenes.
Plus?
No,
Oh,
I've been meaning
see,
to.
I loved Blood Plus, and I think
I've seen the original Blood movie though.
I think that's why I was so cynical on Blood Sea, was that it's kind of like, I have this nostalgia thing, and I'm like, how dare you toy with something that I used to love? Like, it was one of those things, I think. What else? We got Persona 4, which is just a summary of the series with some new footage. So
We also have Okami Kodomo no Ami.
oh my
Toyuki.
god! See, no, I wrote that down. So let me go to like that. By far, what I want to watch the most.
Yes.
By far.
That's
It's wait.
Mamoru Hosoda is like
God. Well, it's Madhouse. Okay. Fucking amazing. Mamoru Hosoda.
Madhouse,
Fucking amazing. It's got the character designer, Yoshioki Satomo, who did the character designs for the entire cast of Eva, FLCL, Summer Wars, The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. Basically, he's a fucking genius.
So basically, he used to work at Gainax until Gainax became shit. Then he was just like, "Fuck it, I'm going."
Basically,
to Madhouse.
he designed what the Tsundere and what the Rei archetype were today. Like, the guy's just smart. Like, whatever he does, it works. Like, he does such a good job.
Now, granted, you can't always be right.
That's true.
There is the element of equivalent exchange.
That's true.
You do a number of great things, you have to do some crap.
What? That's true. Yes. Akiko Shimbo is my biggest thing with that. Like, Akiko Shimbo, for me, it's 50-50 with him. It's either I love the series or I'll hate it like cancer.
Yeah, but that's how Yuki Kajura works. Yuki Kajura has a lot of just kind of music, but then when she does something, no, it wasn't Kajura. I'm talking about Yoko Kanno.
Yeah, Yoko Kanno. Yeah, Yoko Kanno.
Yoko Kanno.
She's a mixed
does
bag.
some really kind of but then when she does something great, it's freaking amazing.
The whole world will know, basically.
Yeah, basically. That's how she works.
Thing is, it always seems to be one every soundtrack she does.
Oh, yeah.
Just
There's that
one.
one
Like,
song
one or
that you
two
play on
standouts.
record, you play on repeat for like an hour.
Yeah.
Although, what's the one song from Darker Than Black?
That's easy.
'Cause I don't know it.
It's that one. In season 2, it's
Oh, it's in season 2. No wonder.
No,
she's
Yoko Kanno
not
didn't
season
do the
2.
soundtrack
No,
for season
in
2.
season 2, it was that one song where it was just like the house music, pretty much. Season 1, yeah, it was just.
That's basically season 2 music.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was like Redline. It was just. It was just technologic.
Yeah.
Oh my, yeah.
Red line.
Directed
Machine Head.
Directed by Takeshi Koike.
God, what a boss.
It's just amazing that his first thing took 7 years. You know, what's gonna happen now that he actually wants to make something else?
They're gonna look at him and be
Although
like,
he did do
no.
the new Lupin series, Lupin Minafujiko, who's the art director on that, and it looks fantastic.
Well, he's taken the last 7 years to hone his craft.
That's true. So he's probably pretty good.
That's true.
We got the Library Wars, the movie, which was the third one, Production IG. Not much to say on it. Library Wars is, it's okay. It sounds interesting. It's about like the government censoring all forms of media, be it television.
Where are you looking?
I'm looking at the next one is the Persona, the next one on the list. It's the sequel to Library Wars, which is about the government censoring all forms of media, be it books, television, everything. So
there's a Kino's Journey episode on that.
Yeah, and what happens is libraries hire PMCs, like private military companies, to like defend books. And like
nerd.
They've got guns. Like, I don't know. Meh.
So is it somewhat similar to Read or Die, or?
See, the thing about Read or Die is that it's Read or Die is so unique in my mind. Like, nothing compares to it. I mean, it's been like I can't remember any of it. Like, I would have to rewatch it if I could tell you anything.
Are you talking about the TV or the OVA series?
Oh, I'm talking about the OVA.
Okay, same.
Yeah. I don't know. It's been so long. What else? We got Berserk Golden Age Arc 2, The Capture of Daldry.
I haven't seen the Berserk Part 1 yet. I've been holding off.
I'll watch it.
It was disappointing.
I was going to say the biggest word.
I
was not thrilled.
As a big Berserk fan.
Like as someone who hasn't really got into Berserker, I thought it was nothing more than. Well, rather, I felt like the movie ended way too early for my liking, because I felt like it spent so long, and I watched so much shitty CG, and it just got good. It finally cut the CG bullshit, and it was like guts kicking ass, and then it was just, it's over. And I was so like...
I don't think it ended too soon. It just didn't have enough runtime in general.
That's right. Yeah, I agree. Definitely.
It was like an hour and 10 minutes of footage. That's not a film.
Well, it's kind of because they're just like, okay, well, there's going to be like 4 other movies.
Yeah, there's going to be at least 3, I think, is what they've confirmed.
Yeah, there's going to be a trilogy.
Yeah. And that's just of the Golden Age arc. That's if it doesn't.
Yeah.
What else we got? The next one to the right of that is Rurouni Kenshin Shin Kyoto Hen Part 2.
Can't they just... Okay, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
Can't they just let Kenshin die?
Now, see, my problem...
I'm not going to lie.
My
let him die.
problem with this is that I love remakes of almost all kinds.
Yeah.
And because they're just prettier. But it's the way that... I've never seen Kenshin, but I assume this was probably a rather unnecessary addition.
Yeah.
I have seen Kenshin, and this is an unnecessary addition. I mean, the thing about Kenshin was it was really good in the Kyoto arc, and then they stopped following the manga, and then it just went to filler hell, as most shonen do. So if there's anything that I want to see animated, it's the stuff that never got fucking animated.
Gigguk, can you tell me then, where would this fall in? Is this before or after the Kyoto arc?
This is during the Kyoto arc. They're reanimating the Kyoto
the one
arc,
that's shit.
No, the one that's really good.
Oh, fuck. Shit. See, I was like, wait, why are you complaining? Because I thought they were remaining, the third season apparently is really bad. Is that right?
Yeah, the third season. The third season's really bad because it was all filler.
Okay,
basically.
then yeah, I don't get it either. Then I would have, because they tried to make up for it with the Reflection, right? Reflection OVAs.
Yeah, but that was just...
That was a prequel. That wasn't coverage.
Yeah,
that wasn't closure.
It wasn't a sequel.
That was...
And it was an
that
original
was like
story
how
as
he
well,
got an X on a cheek.
Yeah.
I've never seen it, but I do know that that's what happens.
Which is kind of his distinctive thing.
Yeah, it never explains it in the show, so they have to make a movie about it. What else we got? To the right of that, we got Space Battleship Yamato 2199 movie 2. I have not
Yeah, Yamato is another thing that they just need to let die.
I haven't seen this, but it's got the mech designer from Rosathon, so that's cool. But the thing is I looked up what the original series was, and yeah, I have to agree. If it's that old,
yeah,
it's
Battleship Yamato. The thing is it's a legendary series, but it's you leave it to where it finished. You don't bring that.
The way
crap
I
back,
always
no.
think of it is since I haven't really seen any of the really really old series, I always think of it as if they were to completely rebuild Yu Yu Hakusho, how upset would I be? Because that's
I'd be pretty upset because I've had the first season of that sitting on my shelf for 3 years and I haven't touched it yet. So I'd be pissed that I haven't watched it yet.
That makes two.
And that I wasted
that makes two of
$40.
us. I got the Funimation 4 discs, $20. I was like, I'll watch this in a day. 2 years later,
Yeah.
Nope.
No, because I bought it because people were just like, oh, it's really good. And I was like, oh, this is probably totally worth it. And I haven't watched it
Yep, totally what I did.
But then again, I have a feeling if I started to watch it, then I'm going to be like, crap. Now I need to go buy all the other seasons now. Oh, shit. They've re-released it now, so all the other box sets won't match my single box set.
Yeah, I would get the Blu-rays after we get it, but that's beside the point. The movie.
Well, I don't have a Blu-ray player, unfortunately.
The movie to the right of that is the life of Gigguk Midori. I actually know quite a lot about this one because it's this old.
You know a lot about everything. You're the encyclopedia here.
This one.
You are the
This one I know though because this one's like a 1994 anime. That was the only reason I know. I'm surprised you don't, Ark, because it's got the director of the original the life.
All right, let me look it up.
Was the same?
Maybe I
was the same director as Ghost Town. Well, his name was Ryutano Nakamura. And he did Ghost Town in Serial Experiments Lane, and even Kino's Travels, or Kino's Journey in America, actually, I mean.
Okay, now I'm interested. Hold on.
Yeah, no, you'd be interested in the originals. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm looking at this like this is kind of unnecessary.
All right, let's have a look
The
here.
original movie.
The original movie was made in 1994.
But look at the director. That's
okay.
quite the...
In 94, he was directed... Oh, shit, Nakamura.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Nakimura.
yeah.
Kino's Journey, Experiments Lane, Ghost Town.
Ghost Town.
Yeah, that's why...
Yeah, wow.
That's why I'm saying, why are they even remaking it? That...
Freaking Wreck.
That guy...
Nobody knows Wreck. I'm so depressed. Wreck should be known more. Anyway, let's see. Who's actually doing anything?
But who...
Wow,
the guy...
everything is being done by this one...
Gasaburo
Tsuji.
Yeah, and the newest one, the thing about it is that it's by Tezuka Productions, which granted, they caught the public's eye. You know, Adolescence Upon an Incline, if it's done anything, it's got people talking. Or at least the first weeks, like the first 7 weeks, people were already making the accusation of Anime of the Year. Already. Done. Like,
No.
I remember that was the first, like...
It's up against Fate Zero.
Like, well, yeah, the Fate Zero at this point was like, everyone was already shutting up about it because we were already in anticipation for the next episode, and we were too busy twiddling our thumbs to care. Yeah. But it's just... So they've really caught the public's eye. So I think that it's an unnecessary remake, and I would rather watch the original. But I do like how the character designs are very similar to this one director, to his thing that he made called Night on the Galactic Railroad. Almost the exact same.
Yeah, but this director also directed Street Fighter 2, the movie.
I was about to say, though, yeah, this the problem is this director, like, I don't know if I would have trusted him.
He was the episode director. Oh, maybe there's more than one. I gotta check. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, he was one of 4 episode directors for the entirety of the original Astro Boy.
Wow, like Osamu Tezuka.
The original Astro
he's
Boy.
Old as shit.
The 1963.
How old is this guy? Jesus
This guy's
Christ.
got to be a grandpa.
He was born in 1940.
Oh my god, he saw World War II. That's crazy.
Yeah. So
I mean, it looks like a cool movie, but me being the fan I am, I would rather watch the original because it has, in my opinion, a better, like, it has an all-around better staff working it.
Yeah, I'd probably watch the original.
To the right of that, we got Mahou Shoujo Lyrical Nanoha, the movie Second A's.
No.
It's been in production for 2 years, you know. If you want to see Fate Testarossa and Nanoha, you know...
If I want to see Fate Testarossa, I'm going to go and actually watch the original series of Lyrical Nanoha, because I haven't done that yet.
But, like, I'm going to tell you guys, being honest for a second, I've never seen any of Nanoha.
So wait, you haven't been honest with us the rest of this last,
I've
2
been
hours?
About
more than 2 hours. So we're at, like, 2.5 hours now.
Oh, shit, no. But no, all of a sudden, yeah, like, I've never seen it, but I get it. Like, I get that it's kind of like the bar for like Mahou Shoujo stuff right now. Like,
the bar now.
No, you're gonna say Madoka you're gonna say
something.
Madoka Magica, but I'm saying traditional, like Mahou Shoujo.
No, if you want to go traditional Mahou Shoujo, you're talking about Sailor Moon.
I knew you. I was about to say you're gonna say Sailor Moon, and I'm gonna disagree because Sailor Moon doesn't count.
Why doesn't it count?
Because it's old. Because it died in line.
What do you mean it died? It is the standard. Well, it was the standard.
I was gonna say, if it's the standard's pretty low.
No, it was the standard. Like, for the longest time, that was the standard.
Yeah, I know, but standards change and go.
Yeah.
I mean,
but like,
I want to watch it because I've been interested in it for a long time. But I want to watch the series because that's actually done by Shimbo, and I would love to see like how Shimbo's changed from doing that to like Magica. Like, I would love to see that change, because it'd be so weird, you know. I can't imagine it. Let's see. If we restart the rows, we go to Pokemon Best Wishes. There's over 500 Pokemon now, so I'm gonna just forget that ever happened.
What are you talking about? There's only 151 Pokemon. No, 152, because I like Lugia.
I was just saying.
But there's only 152 Pokemon.
Because I like Lugia.
Lugia's a badass. I'm sorry. Say what you want. Lugia is a freaking badass.
Oh my god. We already talked about the Wolf Children, Ame and Yuki, which you need to watch. Which the thing about these movies, like, I'm really pumped about some of them. Okay, like Berserk and that especially. But it's just the thing that even if we get pumped up for them, you know, we won't see them for like 9 months.
Yeah, well, the thing is like the annoying thing is, like, when these movies come out, it takes ages for a fan subbing group to actually sub them.
Yeah.
For this movie, it'll be more likely that it'll get licensed and released than it'll get fan subbed.
Yeah, because people are just so fucking lazy. Like, I remember
Well, it's not that they're fucking lazy. It's just like it's an hour and a half movie, and they're just like, no, we don't want to. We don't want to.
Yeah, the time coding and stuff. Yeah, like, I get it. Like, you know, they're already doing a lot. Like, fan subbers, you know, they're not really appreciated, even though, you know, they're doing God's work pretty much, in my opinion. Like, they could be getting paid. Although my favorite fan subbers don't. It's not that they don't exist anymore, but they like very rarely do anything. But
That was Eclipse speed subbers
Eclipse,
way back in the day.
SS, yeah.
Yeah, Eclipse and SS. They were like fucking gold. Like if a show came out, if a show came out, they had it out in like less than 12 hours, and it was probably the best subs ever. That's why they did. The clan had subs, and that's why I was so pissed off when fucking Sentai released the DVDs and the subs were absolute garbage. Because I was just like, just take the subs from Eclipse.
I don't get why. Like, see, like whenever companies put like English subtitles on stuff for import reasons, you know, that's a really good selling point. Like Erica 7RO is doing it right now, but I would never buy that. But I mean, I like what it's doing. It's giving people the option. And, you know, the thing is like, I don't think it's that much work. Like, you know, granted, I've never done it. But, like, from a third-person perspective, I can't think it would be that hard to just tack on, like, a text file and code it. Well, not, like, and time it. And you, like, even if only 5 people buy it, that's, like, $500. Like, you've already made, like, all your money back to the employee that you, like, just told to do that.
Well, it depends on how much you end up paying those employees.
That's very true.
I don't know what the
running
prices are, because it's expensive to live in Japan.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's ridiculously
I
expensive.
was gonna say,
especially Tokyo.
the one thing that
you don't live in Tokyo. You do not live in Tokyo.
Yeah, you live near Tokyo.
You wish you live in Tokyo.
The one thing,
and I wouldn't want to live in Tokyo because then you'd have to get around on public transit and like, oh, good.
Like, I don't want to go on too much of a tangent, but yeah, I would like to just point out.
You've gone on too many tangents.
I would like to
just
point out really quick though that like. The reason the prices of Japanese box sets and whatnot are so expensive is because they make more money in Japan because shit is more expensive, like living and whatnot.
Yeah. No, it's because people in Japan will pay it.
Yeah, because
and that's why I actually think
they've got such a dedicated fan base.
Yeah, they won't even question it. They'll be like, done. Pre-order.
That's why I actually think they're putting a lot more English subtitles on things in Japan now, because they kind of want people from.
They have a whole country of Holdens.
Yeah, dude, totally. Yeah, like
because they want people like Holden to go buy their shit.
Psh, no.
Well, granted, to be fair, out of anything that you could have seen beforehand to see if you would like a show, Fate Zero had like the best staff lineup you could.
It was just the way that. Do you know why I bought Fate Zero?
Why?
Because I was too busy crying over how I missed Karno Kyokai.
That's it.
Yeah.
You didn't look at it and you didn't see the staff.
The honest reason was, I wish I had Nakano Kyokai, and I don't. I'm gonna buy this and act like it is.
Wow, seriously?
Not even joking. It was a good series though. That's what I was surprised the most by. It was a really good series.
You spent almost $400 on an anime series, not because the staff was good and you knew that it was going to be good. Cool. The opening isn't even that great.
It was Oathsinger by Lisa. It was cool.
The opening isn't that great, I'm going to be honest.
The opening is one of the most average things about that show. Yeah. And there's not many average things about that show.
I liked it. It was pretty cool. Although I like most openings, like almost all. I don't know why. Because then I guess what it is that like
you haven't watched Berserk yet, have you?
Oh, well, no, I have, but I haven't watched it, but I've seen the opening, but yeah, it's pretty bad. I think the reason I like openings is because when you put them on an iPod and you put it on shuffle and you just hear that song, and then you just instantly remember that song, like the show, I mean, which is really, I don't think that's always cool.
Well, that's why, like, any anime fan not worth their salt, but any anime fan that exists on YouTube, they've already posted up their favorite openings of all time.
I don't like doing
that usually
favorites.
Culminate in frigging Evangelion.
The word favorite to me,
Evangelion and Bebop.
Yeah. Well, Bebop, I will give. I will give that to.
Bebop.
It's good, but the thing about it is, I think it copied off Gunsmith Cats. To be honest, Gunsmith Cats is older and it's like the exact same opening. But
I need to watch that now.
I don't like saying favorites because people my idea of favorite changes too much. Like I think I change my favorites on anything like once every other month, or at least things in my memory look different. Like I remember things different than they actually happened.
Well, my thing when I look at like favorites is like I take it very slow when I change it. Like if I was to say my favorite anime of all time. I haven't seen Fate Zero yet, and maybe in 2 years when I look back, I might say Fate Zero is my favorite anime. But even if I finished it today, regardless of how good it could possibly be, I wouldn't say that it would be my favorite because it hasn't been enough time to actually let it digest.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. I don't even know how you could pick a single.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, like, it's like I don't like doing that. I have a favorite of like maybe 5 or 10.
When people say what is your favorite series, I usually just flood them with a list of like 20 and say, I love all of these equally. Like, these are all my children. Like,
It's because you love a lot of different shows, but you love different things.
Yeah, like
yeah, it's like you can't really compare. Like I could say, oh, my favorite. No,
it's like
this
Clan
is an
Ad,
example.
yeah.
It's not true. Yeah, I could say, okay, well, my favorite's Clan Ad, but I also love like Azumanga Dao. Totally two different shows. It's like one's comedy, one's
my two favorite shows.
romance.
It's like I liked Clan Ad because it was better. It had more romance than Black Lagoon. Like. it had more kissing.
I like Black Lagoon because of fuck. I don't know.
Because of fuck, literally. No, that's why.
Exactly. Because
it was literally because of fuck.
Short version. Black Lagoon.
Let's see. We only got like 3 more movies. Let's like 4 more. So let's just try to finish this up so we can finish the recording.
Well, we can just like skip Naruto right there.
Yeah, it's a 6th
Naruto.
movie. Enough said. Jewel Pet movie, Sweet Dance Princess. That's I don't know what a jewel pet is. And I don't care to know what a jewel pet is.
Okay, next up, Fairy Tail.
If you've seen Fairy Tail, watch this.
Has anyone seen Fairy Tail?
I actually haven't.
I have not either. I mean,
I remember when
like it started off with a lot of hype, and then it sort of
the thing is
trickled.
When it came out, like right before it came out, and I knew it was coming out, I was just like, oh shit, this is gonna be the next like Naruto and One Piece and Bleach. Maybe I should actually start off from the beginning so I can actually follow it as it goes and not have to be like, oh, maybe I might watch Bleach. Oh wait, it has like 500 episodes. I don't want to watch that right
Bleach
now.
ended. Respect.
The manga's still going.
Yeah. TJ Kubo's like
wait,
10 more years.
The Bleach anime actually
Yeah,
ended?
it's got 337 episodes. It's over.
Wow.
It's over.
It's over.
But the manga's still going.
Yeah, but they gave up.
Why'd they end the anime if the manga's still going?
Grimmjow fight was over, and then they literally were like, they literally just wanted to kill it. They were like, we want to end it while we're ahead. But then I don't think they realized that the word ahead means that you're quitting. Like, it's better to burn out than fade away. I think that they thought they burned out.
Better the burn out than the fade away.
I think that they think
there could be only one.
They think they burned out, but in all actuality, they just faded away. Which is ironic, because that's a movie, Fade to Black. Don't watch it, it's bad.
I actually love hearing people talk about Bleach, because it's just like, if you watch Bleach, you have to wait till the Soul Society arc. And I'm
yeah, totally. Yeah, episode 17. Like, in all fairness, episode 17 is where it gets good.
But like, okay, so I have to sit there through 16 episodes until it gets good.
Yeah.
What?
Does that sound like fun?
That's normally a full series right there.
The thing is, for shonen series, it's a different mindset because 17 episodes.
Yeah, that's like that's like snapping your fingers. Like that's nothing.
Yeah,
it's like watching Yu-Gi-Oh! It takes 5 episodes to get through a single card game.
It takes a good 2.5 hours to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Where in all actuality, in
all fairness, in 2.5 hours, it probably would take that to play the actual game.
I remember when I used to be a pro Yu-Gi-Oh player, and you would end matches in like 2 minutes, and that was it.
I remember when I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh. We never played by the official
rules.
I
say that was Pokemon for me. Pokemon was there was
we never played
energy.
With light points.
Like, whenever when I was recently told that the
who the fuck played Pokemon with official rules? Seriously.
It's just like energy. What the fuck's that? Energy. No, I got a Charizard. I rip your shit up.
Whenever I got a pack and I saw energy, I was like, fuck, that was a wasted spot. Like, I cannot believe I've got 1 fire energy. Shit. Like,
even if you wanted to play with official rules, you had so many energy cards.
I didn't. No, it was my attack is bigger than your HP. I win. Charizard, end of story.
I have a holographic Charizard.
That's the one thing I love about Pokemon card game is everyone knows Charizard was like the coolest shit ever.
There was only like so many of them made though. There was only like a couple of hundred of them.
Yeah,
made.
I've got 1.
I got 1.
I've got 1.
Yeah, it's like the cool. It's the coolest shit because it's like everyone knows where it is. Even like no one loses it. Like
no, you won't.
You know that like the general area of like what closet
every couple of years. Every couple of years, I bring my Pokemon card, like some of my favorite Pokemon card collections to Anime North with the intent of seeing how much money I would get for it if I tried to sell it. And every time I bring up Charizard, I'm just like, this is Charizard. And it's just like, oh, I can't believe you have a Charizard. Oh, we'll give you like $25 for it. I'm like,
nostalgia value, duh.
And I'm like, no. For nostalgia alone, I won't do it. But back in the day when Pokemon cards were in their prime, in order to get a Charizard card, unless you bought it in a random pack, you had to pay like a couple of $100 to get this thing.
Very true. Let's see, what was the
like, and you want it for $25? I'm sorry, no.
What was it? The final movie, so we can end this, is Asura. And Asura, the thing about it is, it's a story of a young boy who pretty much, it's his struggle to stay alive during like the famine and wartime of medieval Japan. And it's the director Keiichi Sato who did like Tiger and Bunny, and the series I know him for is a series called Karis. And
Karis! Oh my God! Really?
Yeah, he did Karis. And
damn, Karis. Okay, Karis wasn't great story-wise, but like from a visual perspective, cool. Karis was freaking amazing.
It looked very good. And so the thing about it is like, but if it's by Toei, that's the main thing. It's like it's got Karis, but it's One Piece. Like I would, it's Karis with wood swords. Like the only, it's like I would have to see a trailer for it. There's no trailers released thus far. There's just synopsises.
Well, it's not coming out until like halfway through September.
Yeah,
so
I don't know how it's summer.
Can you blame
it?
Well, it's summer because technically the summer season doesn't end until the 1st of October.
Yep. But no, look at that. We finished the list. Holy shit. It only took like 2.5 hours almost.
2 hours, 45 minutes.
And I was just like, this will be like a little over an hour.
Well,
but granted, we spent a lot more time on the OVAs and the theatrical films than I thought we were going to.
Yeah.
And then, like, even when we were in the shows, like, you remember when we were, like, on their last line of the shows and we were like, where did Jeanne go?
I think the thing about podcasts is you don't watch them. You just play them in the background while you're browsing the internet.
I don't even know if this is, like, an official podcast. Like, maybe some people would consider
I don't know,
but I just consider this a Skype call that we recorded and are going to let people listen to.
I thought it was really fun.
I mean,
like...
It was really fun.
No, I enjoyed it. I was really glad.
I totally want to do it again sometime. Like, that was awesome.
Yeah.
And
maybe one day we'll just be like, hey, let's just talk.
Yeah, we can do that again sometime, definitely. And we don't have to record it necessarily because
no.
Like, I would like to point out this is the first time that we've ever communicated verbally with one another.
This is true.
Yes, this is true.
We have communicated through
text.
Random. Well, yeah, we have
Words.
communicated through tweets.
The tweets.
And random emails that said this person has subscribed to your YouTube channel.
I have like
oh my
no
God!
joke. I have screen caps of the email that says both of you have subscribed to me. Like, I took screen caps of it and I have a folder called YouTube Milestones and it's of pictures of my subscriber count and when I think important people subscribe to me. And so it's like Lathan Crow, like it's Arkada, Gigguk, Lathan Crow and like Hollow Dawn and just some other people, and it's just so funny.
And eventually you're gonna.
Unlike me, who has it set up in my email client, so anything that hits subscribed is automatically marked as read and thrown into a folder somewhere. No, like I have a folder called YouTube subscriptions,
that is actually
and like
pretty awesome.
Well, I have a ridiculous amount. I have an email for every subscription I have received since November 30th, 2010.
That's pretty good.
And I haven't looked. I actually haven't read any of them. I don't know who any of these people are.
I think what we should do is we should probably end the podcast. We don't have to end talking, but we should probably just cut it off. So let's all do our outros here. I'm Holden again from HoldenReviews. It's been a pleasure talking with all of you, and I hope to do it again sometime.
I am Arkada from Glass Reflection. Stay frosty, everyone.
I am Gigguk from the Anime Zone, and I'm sorry for knowing basically fuck all about airing anime.
And I'm Jeanne from DisturbedJeans.
And I had a really good time.
Like, oh my God.
I don't mean to be mean or be condescending, but I was.
It's not like Jeanne's gonna watch this.
No, it's an old habit from Deseret.
It's not like anyone's gonna reach the end of this podcast anyway. It's like 3 hours.
If you do, type the word purple bananas to like tell us. But if you can't type it,
that's something that I always do. Anytime I make a video that's absurdly long, I always put a secret code word at the end, and if they put it in the comments, then
send
I know
me
they read it. I still get.
You already know one person read it because everyone's like, "What's purple banana?"
I know. If you do something weird like that, I still get people.
Let's change it. Let's make it.
Swordfish.
Let's make it. Good the video. So it seems subliminal, but just everyone looks retarded. So you actually have to hear us say it to get it. So good the video is the key word.
Good the video. That was a good the video.
That was a good the video. Write that down, and we'll know, and I'll secretly thumbs you up. Maybe. Don't guarantee it. So I'm gonna say
wherever we post this.
I'm gonna say my line first, I guess. So until next time, sayonara. See you later.
I already said stay frosty.
Well, no, we
but
can do it in order. So I'll say mine again.
you can even stay frostier than you could have before.
Let's do it in order. So, Gigguk, do you have one prepared?
What is the order?
No.
I don't even have
Okay,
an
so then
outro.
you go first, and I'll go second.
His outro is just like silence. He's that stoic.
So wait,
yes.
actually wait. Gigguk go first, then me, then Arkada.
All right.
Okay.
And this has been Gigguk from the Anime Zone, and I'll see you guys next time.
And I'm Holden from Holden Reviews, and until next time, sayonara, see you later.
And this is Arkada from Glass Reflection. Stay frosty.
Oh my god.